What's going on, B.O.? How you feeling, man? What's going on, everybody? Man, I literally just ran up in the crib. Just got through Roman Child's for literally just got here. Just got in. Ran straight to the desk. Hope everybody cool, man. Jaleel, what's good? The saga. Salute, man. Mr. Holland said they keep flagging Minister Jap. Yeah, hey, I'm next. Don't even worry about it. I'll be next. Once it really start blowing up, they're gonna do the same thing. But that's okay because there's gonna be other type of ways I'm gonna be on YouTube, not just commentating. I'm gonna be doing other lanes of exposing these baby mama terrorists. So I ain't worried about it. BOC, I just finished with child support 2 years ago, so I'm good after 21 years. My man, appreciate you. Holla, say you fuck with both of us. Hey, Jap's a good man, another Chicago native. You know what I'm saying? They gonna always flag. When they see truth and getting exposed, they don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Right in the building. Shout out to you, man. Child support trying to take my house. Yeah, they could put a lien on your house, bro. They could put a lien in your house. They can freeze your account. They can go on your account if it's under your social. That's why you have to start buying stuff under your EIN number. Get your employment identification number and put up all that under your business. They can't touch it because it's under your LLC corporation. You know what I'm saying? You gotta slip through these cracks, y'all. You know, they don't give a fuck about your livelihood or what you got. Now, we here because of the part two, exposing Shaniqua, 50 Cent's baby mama. And we talking about where we stopped at was the child support part. So this is about another hour and a half, I believe. So we're gonna go all the way through, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it just never amazed me with how these baby mama tests would lie, deflect, and make excuses. Yeah, in New York, you have to pay till the kid's 21. Yeah, in Illinois, it's 18, but the baby mama terrorists can go back and require you to pay some shit in college. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so technically, you might as well say 21 if the baby mama terrorists want to be petty, which don't make me no difference. Uh, no one cares, China. What's going on, bro? Real shit. You know, appreciate y'all tuning in. It was a good dialogue yesterday when it came down to what we've seen so far, how the baby mama terrorist, Shaniqua, deflect, talked over the man, Queen Flips. Shout out to him. And made excuses. She says she don't feel she should be held accountable for nothing. She didn't do nothing. And she dumped 50. She dumped 50. Shit like that. So just get a few moments and then wait for a few more people to come and then we'll get this thing started, man. But it's just crazy. But everybody that is in here, could you please like, and if you could share it. You know what I'm saying? Let people know that we finna get it in on these baby mama terrorists. And it's kind of been a long time coming because she was talking her shit, low life deadbeat, but now she want to so called tell stories and everything else. So I'm just here to, you know, I'm her spokesperson, baby mama terrorist spokesperson, because I'm gonna tell you what she really mean behind the things she say, because they don't never give you a full understanding of what they trying to say because they so dumb and stupid. They just say anything and they know it doesn't matter anyway because they're victims. So you know what I'm talking about, y'all. So yeah, appreciate y'all to the fullest. Hope everybody okay out there. Cause out here in Illinois it's 18 degrees. Been 18 degrees all day. Sun was out, but cold. Is there any You know, what is that month? Cold. Yep. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and put the intro on. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll just get this party started. It's about that time, man. Yes, sir. It's time to make them mad again. Mr. Palmer, self-made, CEO, self-paid. I do for self, I do for self. Well, fuck you and everybody else. I'm Mr. Palmer, self-made, CEO, self-paid. I do for self, I do for self. Well, fuck you and everybody else. Yo, 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 shout out to the Bay Mama Terrorists, County Hunters. I'm your host, Mr. Palmer. And what we're going to talk about today is part two of 50 Cent's Bay Mama Terrorist, Shaniqua. Now, what y'all heard yesterday was a bunch of deflects, lies, excuses, didn't do nothing. You know, I broke up with him, talking over the man, couldn't answer straight question with a yes or no, and so on. So this is a continuation of these baby mama terrorists. And my thing is, like I told y'all, I'm so happy that these baby mama terrorists tell their own story. All I do is just be the spokesperson and let y'all know what these motherfuckers really mean. Because they'll never give you a full understanding. They will never give you the actual answer. They'll just come with some other dialect to I guess throw you off and make you say, fuck it, I'm done with it, and walk away. Cause you saw a dude kept doing all this and shit. He was, he couldn't deal with it, but he hanging on. And then he trying to be respectful not to call out too much because him and Marquise is evidently some, they got cool because they did. So behind the scenes, talks about 50. And while she's saying her son is good, and he don't give a fuck. And but yet he kept Queen Flips keeps saying that he has questions. And then don't forget when 50 was not invited to the graduation, but on social media, Blast said he didn't go to the graduation. He was just being petty and mad and bitter and all that shit. When the truth was, Marquise admitted to the man that he did not invite him. But her baby mama Terrace ass said the grandma knew, the auntie knew, they knew about it. He could have came. No, he was not invited. And like I say, if I'm not invited by my child, I ain't coming either. The fuck I like coming. Well, he came to my oldest daughter. They got a different bond. So why he didn't come to his blood, but then come to hers? Different bond, different situation. So people need to stop the bullshit, making excuses. But she's gonna justify, Marquise for being who he is because it's all of her and him, son husband, and he's gonna ride with her to the end. And there is no hope for a like between him and 50. But like I say, I'm glad she telling her lies and her bullshit. So where we left off at was the child support. And I want y'all to hear the bullshit that she talked about. Shout out to Christian George tuning in, man. Let's set this thing up right now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Once again, shout out to Queen's Flip for putting this on his YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And we listening and getting our knowledge from me with, her dialect bullshit. Let's get it. Oh, um, before I tune in, before I get this started, let's see. It's 30 people's in the chat. Let's please like the page. And y'all know I'm running for my child support. If y'all want to donate, a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying, for a broke nigga laying on the couch with my dick in my hand. That's my couch I lay on when I don't do shit, deadbeat. You know what I'm saying? Please donate to the Cash App. Or, you know what I'm saying, you got super chat and everything else. Help a deadbeat out, man. It's hard out here. Child support killing me. Shout out to XL Pro. What's going on? Let's get this shit started.
And the well-being of the child, right? But a lot of parents in our community, not saying you did this, please don't think it like that. Let me correct you.
Good grammar and spelling
are
important, but if you want to write essays that inspire,
because Marquise know where his money went, and that money.
Let me back up.
I said, hit your father, just talk to him. This is privately. This ain't public shit. So when I went and talked about the public, I got it with Marquise. I got it with Marquise blessing. I said, yo, talk to him. Just tell him how you feel. And he'll answer your question truthfully, because I feel like that's what he'll do. And that's how the old school niggas do. But an old school nigga, a nigga that's thinking, they feel like you should be a man, you a boy. You know one thing I like about Marquise? You know what wait, hold on. Let me tell you what Marquise, you know what Marquise said about, he said when people hit him up, he said, yo, Flip, I'm gonna keep it real. If my little brother ever needed something, I'll be there. Like, that's a good kid. Like, he got
a that person. He really is. Like, when people even try to pick up and just, oh, your brother did your brother. Marquise, like, he's a kid. Like, Marquise, like, I'll say something slick, like, they talking all this mess, but your father definitely has spent more, this pre-Instagram spent more time.
Oh, see the shit you just a minute you be saying?
No, I'm being honest. I said, and I'm just being real. I was with this person, so Marquise has had more of his father than that little boy has had of his father. So what I'm saying to you is that Marquise don't have.
You see what she's trying to say, and she trying to make it like I didn't mean nothing bad bullshit. She tried to say that he been around his father more than the little boy, which of course by age, yeah, of course. So trying to kind of deflect the new son in the pitch. See, that's what I'm saying. These bitches gonna make any excuse to try to diss the other child. I know y'all can relate to that. You know what I'm saying? Holland said, my BMT didn't send me an invite to my son's birthday. I showed up with gifts and the police were called and I was told to leave the party. Shake my head. See what I mean? But I'm not gonna lie to you, I wouldn't have popped up anyway because I don't trust these baby mama Terry's horse. But I hope that your son knew you was there trying to be there and he see that you was trying. If not, and he's manipulated, wash your hands and walk away. Shit. More than say, don't blame any man walking away. You damn right. Dexter say, keep them veins cold. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Like I say, they hate your. If you have a new woman, if you get married, if you have another child, they hate all that shit. Don't think they don't hate your new kid. Don't ever think that. I don't care how they try to play the role, play nice. They will alienate that your son from your other son or your daughter, whatever. These bitches are treacherous.
No, but when people even look at it like that, he's like, nah, it's my brother. Like, I was like the most sweet, caring person ever. And what I'm saying, Flip, is you saying that it's between me and his father. Marquise feel like, how can he say that when his father sees me, he talks to me and don't talk to him?
Because it's like Marquise chose a side with Shaniqua. I gotta be honest. It comes off like that. Marquise told me out his mouth he don't like the public bashing of his mother. He told me that out his mouth. He said that I don't like that Instagram shit of
I don't feel like he chose a side.
She don't feel like he chose a side. See, I told you she gonna take up for him regardless because that ain't nothing. That's her little mini me, and he chose a side big time. Action showed all the stuff he said on social media. That's why him and 50 was going back and forth. That's probably why 50 said, "I hope you get hit by a Mack truck or a bus stop or whatever he said." But what I don't understand as far as this true, as far as what she say 50 don't talk to him, but he talked to her. Shit, I wish I would. I want to talk to neither one of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But she gonna always say he didn't do nothing wrong because it's just her. That's her mini me. And what y'all have to realize, y'all been through the same exact situation. Manipulated ass kid, but you stay trying to fight. You try to prove, you try to show, you try to teach and everything else, but they rather be around her where they can get away with murder, where they can be grown at 10, 12, and 14. They can get drunk, fuck, be a hoe in the house and do whatever they do, be friends. You know what I'm saying? Where you gonna teach them how to be independent, how to be responsible, how to clean up, obey, don't disrespect. So why would they want to come stay with you? It's when they get older, they find out the hard way, or they be set up for failure from dealing with this baby mama terrorist monster. Holland say, I had a BMT attorney for my visitation case. Worst mistake I ever made. Spent over $5,000. I only got to see my son once. Yeah, that's a money game. See, when it comes to these lawyers, win or lose, they get paid, and they don't give a damn if you don't see they got your kid, man. Fuck a lawyer.
Mr. Shaniqua.
I don't feel that way. I
Mr.
don't.
Shaniqua, you was related to Flip Rick and the niggas?
And these people, I would say I sound jealous for it or not. It's nothing. What am I?
Are you related? Hold on. Are you related to
What
them?
am I jealous?
You jealous because 50 cut you off. You jealous because 50 cut his son off. See, a lot of these baby mama terrorists really believe, like, don't get me wrong, fathers love their kids. They want to be around their kids. They want to be fathers. You know what I'm saying? But it comes to that breaker point where they say, fuck this shit. They getting sick. They getting stressed. They losing money, losing their livelihood. They losing their significant other. They losing their other kids. They losing their homes because of this baby mama terrorist, this manipulated ass kid. So what a baby mama terrorist never think of that the father's gonna say, fuck you and fuck my kid too, and wash their hands and walk away. So she's miserable that 50's still on top. She's miserable that he has another child. He's miserable that he ain't fucking with her child. She's miserable that he ain't kissing her ass. She's miserable because the child support ran out. She's also miserable that he ain't giving out a goddamn thing to a funky ass. And when he even was paying that child support, that's all she got. It's a lot of factors why they jealous. Why you think a lot of these baby mama terrorists be mad at age 80? Y'all remember the Braxton family? That's with the singer, R&B singers with their mama on there. If you ever seen an episode, you will see that they miserable ass mama, 80-some years old, still mad at the ex-husband because he left her funky ass and got with another woman. They still married, and he's 70, 80 years old, and she's still in her feelings about something that happened 40, 50 years ago. She never got remarried, been a baby mama terrorist. You know what I'm saying? Tony Braxton, you know what I'm saying, mom. Just watch an episode on YouTube about it. You'll see it was an episode where they were supposed to went on a cruise. And he said, okay, I'll come. He wanted all the family to come. But she tried to say, well, the wife can't come. And he said, if the wife can't come, I can't come either. We're a unit. We together. It's us two. So it's we as one. So he said, fuck it, I ain't coming. You know what I'm saying? So, and this bitch been bitter for 50 years. They've been gone been divorced or separate. Well, yeah, divorced over 50 years. That's crazy. It's real crazy. They are some miserable ass creatures.
Are you related to Slick Rick and them? Absolutely not. Because you were Slick talking. You were Slick talking.
No, I'm not. I'm just taking facts.
I feel like parents. My opinion is parents' issues should be between the parents, and that's it.
Right.
I feel like. Hold on. And let me ask you a question. Because this is something I talked to Marquise about. Let me ask you one last thing. I'm gonna let you talk. Marquise was talking to me about he mentioned something about child support. I said, Marquise, let me tell you something. When child support is given, it's supposed to go to the child. And and the well-being of the child, right? But a lot of parents in my community, not saying you did this, please don't take it like that. Let me correct you.
Because Marquise know where his money went, and that money didn't cover everything. But go ahead.
Listen, Shaniqua, I'm gonna let.
Now you heard what she said about child support. She said the child support didn't cover anything. Child support is not supposed to cover everything. So what the fuck is you talking about? Child support is not supposed to cover everything. What is everything to a baby mama terrorist? The bills, my livelihood, my rent or my mortgage, my hair, my nails, my money spent on the next nigga, and her drinking money, smoking money, and sniffing money and everything else. Now, she said basically that money she got wasn't enough. It's never enough to a baby mama terrorist. And I want you to hear the rest of the shit she say about the money.
I'm gonna let you talk. Marquise was talking.
I want y'all to hear it again though.
To me about he mentioned something about child support. I said, Marquise, let me tell you something. When child support is given, it's supposed to go to the child and the well-being of the child, right? But a lot of parents in my community, not saying you did this, please don't take it like that. Let me correct you.
Because Marquise know where his money went, and that money didn't cover everything. But go ahead.
Listen.
It didn't cover everything. I told you these hoes think they supposed to get somebody else's money and supposed to take their whole livelihood. They try to use that you didn't want to do nothing for your kids bullshit. Nah, bitch, you didn't want to use it for what it was supposed to be for, your child. You know what I'm saying? Then they turn around and when the child support run out, now all of a sudden they want you to take the son or the daughter to go live with you because he's acting up. He's been acting up all the time, but as long as you get that money, you let him do what he want to do. It didn't matter. Now you don't want him. Now your excuse is he ain't doing what he's supposed to do. He's talking back now. He's been talking back. She's out there hoe hopping. She's been hoe hopping. You was down the street with him. And the thing about it, they will always use their kid. And I'm sure he knew everything she bought. But why would he get mad about what she's doing? That's my mom. She ain't doing nothing wrong. Spend his money. Son husband. So it doesn't matter.
Shaniqua, I'm gonna let you get your rocks off. Let me just finish my whole statement. You're making your faces. I told him that, yo, that money's supposed to go saving and supposed to be able to help you. I understood. He said, you don't understand that because it's millionaire shit, blah, blah.
See, that's another thing. You know, a lot of these baby mama terrorists and these puss-ass, manipulated-ass kids tend to pocket watch. You know what I'm saying? You already said he's a millionaire. Now, this is something I would never understand about these manipulated ass kids and these baby mama terrorists. You hate the man. The father ain't shit. He a low life, cheat, deadbeat, but he's paying child support. But you say you independent. You say you don't need him. We good, kids good. I got my doctorate degree. But yet, you take his child support. I would never understand how you call a man a deadbeat, but you take his child support and spend the motherfucker the way as she please. And I would never understand that definition of deadbeat. I realize deadbeats are used loosely because he ain't shit, low life, cheat, deadbeat, don't do nothing, but yet you take his child support, whether it's $200 or $200,000, you take that money. And what's sad is these motherfuckers in society will believe what both of them motherfuckers say and just say, yeah, he is a deadbeat, even though he's paying thousands of dollars a month. He put himself on child support, but he's still a deadbeat piece of shit. But you take his money and spend on whatever you're gonna spend it on. I respect a baby mama terrorist who say, I don't want his child support. I don't want nothing from him. I'm not gonna let him see his kid and I'm gonna keep him away. You a piece of shit. I can't stand y'all motherfuckers. You should get the MGK, but I respect the fact that you don't even take his child support. Majority of these baby mama terrorists want for child support. They want your livelihood. They want you to be set up for failure and make you look bad. Let's continue.
Child support is child.
Repeat, you said it was supposed to what?
But child support is given, it's supposed to be solely for the child's food and board, and clothing and stuff for the child. Yes? And for school and all that shit, right? And
no, not for food.
Sometimes a parent.
You heard her say no. You heard her say no. See, he said what it's for, and he's right. But she was about to say some other shit like, nah, and it can't be just for that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these baby mama terrorists believe this shit. I don't care if the baby mama terrorists make 6 figures or she don't make none at all. She think it's your job to take care of both their livelihood. Have you noticed when y'all left the baby mama terrorists or divorced, what they say? He left us. He left us. He hurt us. It's not an us factor no more. Once we broke up, it's me and my child. And it's you and your child. It ain't us. Fuck us. Shit.
It may feel like I'm giving enough for you guys to be good and money to be saved. I told him I kind of agreed with that. I told him that. He didn't really agree with me. He said, come on.
Now, he's saying that child support, the money should be saved. I believe that to a certain point that some of that child support money should be saved. Both of y'all should be stable regardless. That child support money should not be used to pay your rent. Shouldn't be used to pay your car note. And don't come with that, he got to have a roof over his head. Bitch, get it. I always tell on TikTok, I tell these whores, Walmart is always hiring. Amazon is always hiring. Bitch, get a second job. Bitch told me, she said, why should I have to get a second job? Because, bitch, you say that this child support ain't worth a damn, it ain't good enough. Get you a second job. It ain't his job to take care of your livelihood, bitch. Because if he was dead and gone, what you gonna do? So don't come with that fuck shit. Shout out to Sergeant Tyson for the $5 donation. Appreciate you helping the child support cause. When a woman tells me she has a PhD or 3 degrees, I tell her I got a DD 214 from serving 2 tours and a racket paying child support to my son's grandma. Hey, I feel you. But when they talk that they got degrees and shit, when they say they got their degrees, bro, you already know you're dealing with a stupid ass. Because if you got your 3 degrees and your PhD, why are you still single? Because you cannot deal with a real man. You deal with robots and suckers and simps and betas and blue pilled and simp forcers. They don't want no real man. So when they talk that independent, they only independent because they can't keep a real man. So they have no choice but to be independent. And them the ones who the most single motherism in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. Appreciate it, little business.
Money to be saved.
Yes, Miss Shaniqua, yes.
Money to be, child support is not for money to be saved. Child support is what it says, room and board.
You heard what she said, right? Let me wind it back. She said child support is not to be saved. Now, don't get me wrong. The judge tell these baby mama Terrori, or tell the father when he say she misused the money, these judges say she has the right to do as she pleases. And ain't nothing you can do about it. That's why I say keep your veins on ice, because ain't nothing you can do about it. You pay the state and let the state pay her. That's on her what she do with their money. If she fucking up buying crack with it, she fucking up spending on another man, she fucking up and mismanaging money, even if she using it for the kid. That's on her. She says that you shouldn't save no child support money. That just goes to show how broke these whores are. They will spend their money for their livelihood because they say it's us. And that's sad. That is sad. But I'm glad. That's what I say. I'm glad these baby mama terrorists expose themselves, and I just share it and talk about it and tell y'all the true meaning of baby mama terrorist logic, which I call whores logic. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's 44 people up in here. Please like. Let's get them likes up. We on there 23, man. Let's do it like yesterday. Yesterday, man, it was more likes than it was people in here. Let's get them likes up, y'all. Appreciate it. Let's get it. I want y'all to hear this again, though. Let's hear it again. Child support should not be saved.
I understood. He said, you don't understand that because it's millionaire shit, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Child support is child.
Repeat, you said it was supposed to what?
But child support is given, it's supposed to be solely for the child's food and board, and clothing and stuff for the child. Yes? And for school and all that shit, right?
And no, not for
sometimes a parent may feel like I'm giving enough for you guys to be good and money to be saved. I told him I kind of agreed with that. I told him that. He didn't really agree with me. He said, come on.
Money to be saved?
Yes, Mr. Shaniqua, yes.
Money to be, child support is not for money to be saved. Child support is for the room and board, clothing. Like anybody knows, and my son will tell you, on some ignorant stuff, Marquis Billionaire Boys Club is now, he's wearing this all his life damn near. And it's after 50 cents. When the fire happened, we lost everything. His father got That's noted. I bought a house that same year in Georgia, 4 bedrooms, 5,000 square feet, tennis court, basketball court, gated community. And at the time, there was so much subprime lending going on. I had to account for my down. They had to see in the bank that I had the down payment for the house that I'm currently buying. They wanted to see 6 months mortgage for the house that I'm currently buying, and 6 months mortgage for my house, my investment property that I have in New York.
Fellas, everything she said, that protocol to buy the house, ain't that something that everybody have to do is buying a house? You have to show 6 months of paying your note on time and put down money and ain't that a process for everybody? Now you heard what she said. She said she has an investment property. So she's not broke, far as I'm concerned. She got assets. But you want to use somebody else's money to take care of your livelihood. And she want kudos that she pulled herself up by her bootstraps, bought a house out in Georgia, gated community and everything else. Isn't that what you're supposed to do if you go through a fire and all that stuff and you lose your home or a situation happen? Aren't you supposed to make it happen for you and your family or you and your child? Aren't you supposed to get another house? Aren't you? She make it like that. She did some shit that like she was with Sergeant Tyson in the war and she saved his life or some shit. She make it like she did something spectacular. That's the protocol to buy a house. They want to see the proof that you're paying your shit on time. You keep money in your account. You're not going there pulling it out. Your credit up to date, and prove that we could trust you to pay your note. She making it like she doing something spectacular. I gotta play that again on how these hoes try to make themselves bigger than thou. She's doing something that she's supposed to. If you fall on your ass, you're supposed to get your ass back up and do what you gotta do. Men, how many of y'all can relate that with child support and alienation? Y'all fell off, struggled, sleep in the car, had to live back with your mom or your dad, or you on the street, or you hustling, doing what you gotta do. But guess what? You end up doing what you had to do because you know you couldn't run the government daddy. You knew you couldn't go back to the baby mama terrorists. You knew you won't give your fake ass friends and family. So you did what you had to do. You might have that one person to hold you down, but it wasn't enough. So what you do? You get yourself in order, get your mind right, get yourself, check mentally, physically, and spiritually, and you was able to get your own house or get you another house. Because when you leave, most men who leave the baby mama terrorists, they leave them with everything that was at the house. The dog, the clothes, they leave everything. The only thing they leave out with is the shirt on their back most of the time. Let you keep it. But this hoe made it like she doing something spectacular and totally different from what everybody else got to do. That's why I say you can't entertain these baby mama terrorists. They will always try to make their story spectacular, and your story is worthless. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Life Coach, $25 donation. Mr. Palmer, keep doing what you're doing. This is therapy for a lot of men. Most women that put a man on child support are narcissists. Yes, they are. They evil. They baby mama terrorists. They not. I told you, majority of them are men who are on child support because of failing relationships. And I'm just telling you the truth. They could call me a lie. They can make excuses and deflect. They full of shit, dog. Appreciate you, brother. Sergeant Tyson says, "Oh, he donated $5. Appreciate you. Just pay the state. Throw the child support rule at her when she wants you to watch your kids so she can go dotting with her friends at the club or mall. Yeah, she'll go thought. She don't care if that kid is going out. Hey, luckily, she ain't dropping off at the friend house because they'll drop them off at the grandmother house. They want to. They so spiteful. They want to drop them off at your house. They rather drop them off at a bus stop. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, brother. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? They hate me because I'm just telling the truth, and it is therapeutic. It is because it's a hard pill to swallow that you're alienated or you paying child support on just getting your name stained and tarnished and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm gonna always do this shit. We gonna change the law no matter. We gonna make this change. That's why motherfuckers get mad at the page and my brand is growing slowly. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the Lord's work. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting at the head of the table trying to make change. These motherfuckers just mad because the truth is coming out. The truth been coming out, but I'm just continue to keep talking about it. You know, so I'm not gonna say it one time and then go to another good story that's going on trending. Fuck that shit. If it ain't child support or baby mama terrorism, ain't nothing to talk about on my platform. You know what I'm saying? Real business, real talk. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, these baby mama terrorists love lying. They love deflecting. Let me see where we at. All right, it's 45. We at 33. Let's get the likes up. I want to get at least up to 45, y'all. Let's make this happen. Appreciate y'all to the fullest.
I told him I kind of agree with that. I told him that. He didn't really agree with me. He said, "Look, come on."
Money to be saved.
I just want y'all to hear this dumb shit again.
Yes, Mr. Shaniqua, yes.
Money to be, child support is not for money to be saved. Child support is what it says, room and board, clothing. Like anybody knows, and my son will tell you, on some ignorant stuff, Marquis Billionaire Boys Club, and now he's wearing this all his life, damn near. And it's after 50 cents.
Okay, your point is what? You know what I'm saying? Whether you get child support or not, you're supposed to take care of your kid. So, okay, after 50 cent, if you were able to still keep the billionaire clothing, whatever the fuck that is, you do it. Why should it stop you from being a parent? That's why I say they just mad because they couldn't get over on you. And like when y'all had to pay child support, and she said, "Well, can you go half on this couch over here for me and your son?" And you say, "Nah, bitch, child support." Then they want to say you ain't shit. But this is what you asked for. You put me on child support because letting them tell the judge that I'm not worth being trusted to pay out of pocket. So you rather get took out my check. So since you got the state involved and the state's the middleman, I'm gonna do my part and pay the state so the state pay you. And the judge tell you that once you pay this child support, that's all you got to do. That's the only obligation you got to do because that's all they care about is getting their piece. So if you choose to give her extra money and buy something else, that's on you, but you're not obligated to. But these bitches think you are still obligated to pay half and still do extra shit. You don't pay extra no baby mama tariffs. Don't be stupid. And I'm sure a lot of y'all, did in the beginning because you thought maybe continue to show that, hey, I'm just trying to be a father and I'm being there regardless of what you do and your attitude. Maybe she'll change and have a change of heart and say, you know what, I'm not gonna be a baby mama terrorist no more. I'm done getting mad because he left or moved on, whatever. No, she's gonna take advantage. I'll take you off child support if you give me $1,000 because I gotta get my car fixed. You give it $1,000 and then you try to ask about child support being deleted and then you don't hear from her. Don't fall for that fuck shit.
When the fire happened, he lost everything. His father got noted. That's noted.
That's noted. I bought a house that same year in Georgia 4 bedrooms,
Hmm.
5,000 square feet, tennis court, basketball court, gated community. And at the time, there was so much subprime lending going on. I had to account for my down. They had to see in the bank that I had a down payment for the house that I'm currently buying. They wanted to see 6 months mortgage for the house that I'm currently buying, and 6 months mortgage for my house, my investment property that I have in New York.
Now, she repeated, I went back and let you hear it again, how stupid this clown sound. Ain't that something that you're supposed to do when you buying a house? She make it like she was going through the trenches, or she was at war, like she was getting discriminated or some shit. When that's protocol. This is why I say you gotta pay these baby mama terrorists some attention. You know what I'm saying? Evidently, she got some money. She got investment property. You know what I'm saying? But she wasn't gonna sell her home, her investment property, to get her own home. She gonna do what she gotta do by any means. So why they can't do that if they do have a deadbeat dad? Why do you fight him tooth and nail for $200 a month? She say life is still good. She say her son still wearing billionaire shirts, whatever the fuck that is. She say she was able to still get a house after the fire. She say she had to show proof that she could put out a down payment, and say she saved shit in her account, that she's able to keep the investment property. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, y'all. These bitches, the way she talking, the way she act, that's how majority of these baby mama terrorists are. The only difference between some, they try to talk proper, talk all educated and studious, and wear a Mary Poppins dress and shit with an umbrella over their head, because they know they pissing on people's heads. Let's continue.
That ain't come from no child support, $5,700 a week, flip. It ain't come from no $5,700 a month, flip.
So Morton says she is admitting she used child support to invest in a property. Of course she did. Why she got to use her money if she got any? Now she's saying $6,700. She's saying she didn't use the $6,700 to buy herself that house. Okay, what's your point? You didn't use it to get that house, but you use the child support for everything else. Okay, baby mama terrorists probably don't use the child support to pay off her car note, but she used to get her hair and nails done and pay for the next nigga that she with, and don't do shit for the child. So what is your point? That's what I'm saying, man. What is your point? Yeah, Angry Blood say she's a liar. She is a liar, but I'm just saying, I'm just going off. If she's telling the truth, what is your point? What is your point? You buying a house, you're doing the protocol that everybody else got to do, and you saying you didn't spend the $600-700 on the house. But what else did you spend it on then, bitch? I know you spent it on something that you didn't. Like she say, child support is not here to save no money. What is this dude talking about? This dumbass sucker. Boy, that's what I say, man. Hey, we at 49. We got 49 people in 34. Let's get them likes up, man. Get them likes up. These bras are crazy. And the sad part about it, I know a lot of y'all listen to what she's saying, and I bet y'all getting a flashback. Damn, that's what my own mama said. Damn, that's my baby mama said. Damn, that's the shit that this bitch said. Damn, that's my son said to me, son husband.
I started over from scratch with nothing. Marquise had nothing. We had nothing but what we jumped out of the window with. Nothing.
She said she started with nothing, but didn't she say she had an investment property? Then she said didn't she say she had down payment in her account? Now didn't she say that? Now I understand you get into a fire, you lose everything, your paperwork, your mementos, the pictures and everything else, because you saving your life and the clothes in your back that you got on. I understand that. But she said she didn't have nothing, but yet you just said you had down payment, you had an investment property. Sound like you got a little something to me. Sad.
And he was holding a car, my Range Rover, on his property that he did not buy.
She said 50 Cent held her Range Rover in his property that he did not buy. You didn't call the police? And I believe 50 did that. He a petty motherfucker. I bet he did do that. But you didn't call the police? You didn't bring the police over and say, he got my car, here's the paperwork to show proof, and they had to make him give it up. If not, that's basically stealing. Now, I ain't gonna call a lie about that, but my thing is, you could have called the police and got your shit back. So you saying he held on to your vehicle and you didn't fight to get it, then that's on your dumb ass. You didn't give a shit about that motherfucking vehicle. You just probably let him keep it just so you have a story to talk about.
I had to clear out my Roth IRA. I had to clear out my Roth IRA, my retirement fund, my SEP IRA, my stock. I had a real estate company before all of this. So that's like the child support room. And on top of that, I was paying $22,000 a year for high school, for private high school.
Who told your dumb ass put him in a private high school? If you know you didn't have the money, then you should have put him in there. Also, how many of you fellas who's going through child support, and I'm not even gonna say, no, we gotta talk about child support. How many of you fellas going through child support, you paying more than you supposed to because she lied and said you had all this extra money and everything else. You had all the different business and the judge believed it. And you end up getting fired from your job because the baby mama Terrence had lied and said you beat her up or she was stalking, harassing you on the job. So you lose your job. Then y'all have to go in y'all bank accounts and wipe y'all shit out so you can get yourself back in order. Then y'all have to pull out 401ks, pull out your pension. Then y'all have to borrow money for your mama or a friend or whoever, you know what I'm saying, knowing you got to pay them back. Then you have to sell your car so you can have money to pay your rent. Then you have to do all these things. Didn't you? But she make it like she the only person in the world that had to go in her IRAs and her Roth and everything else. That's what I say pity party, want to play victim. You was not the only person that had to go wipe out your accounts. I had to fuck up my credit because I was charging shit on my credit cards to make shit, you know what I'm saying, make my livelihood continue. And I had to renege on paying them 2 credit cards. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, my credit got fucked up. So don't tell me about no sacrifices you had to make because you're not the only person with sacrifice. To me, that wasn't a sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? You knew your child support that you was getting $600-700 going to keep you afloat. It didn't matter. But you had to go into your account because 50 wasn't going to add nothing to help your funky ass, which I don't blame them. Fuck them. So you had to do what you had to do and be quote unquote independent. You know what I'm saying? These bitches kill me.
Well, his cost was just that in prep school coming out of my pocket. That was $36,000 with finance aid. I had to take out $36 for the year. I
don't understand what the fuck she just said. First she said school was $22,000 a year, then it went to 36. Let me back a little bit, see if I can understand. Sometimes you can't understand niggaology. So let's see if we can, you know what I'm saying, get it clear, understand what she's saying.
On top of that, I was paying $22,000 a year for high school, for private high school.
Okay, $22,000 a year for private high school. Okay.
School. Well, his cost was just that in prep school coming out of my pocket. That was $36,000 with finance aid. I had to take out $36 for the year. I
don't know how. Hey man, I don't understand this shit, but it's basically saying 22,000, then it jumped to 36,000. Bitch lying. I don't know what the fuck she talking about. Angry bus driver said I'm currently paying for 401k back from 4 years ago. Yeah, you bought off your 401k, you still at the job, you pay it back with interest, but you pay it back to your 401k. Who the fuck want to take out their 401k unjust? Not unjustly, but take it out because of some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? No one. And you want to pay it back, so when you retire, you still have your full. I don't know what the 401k. I know what the pension is 80%. You know what I'm saying? You want your full money when you retire. Yeah, a lot of people had to go. She's not the only. She make it like she was dead man walking or some shit. Now, fucked up about the fire. You know what I'm saying? I don't wish that on nobody, but you making like You was in the war. You was in the trenches. You was with Sergeant Tyson in the Gulf War, some shit, and you saved his life. You ain't did a motherfucking thing. You did what you supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no excuse. You know, that's what they tell us. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps and make it happen. You know what I mean? Hey, it's 39 likes, 43 people. Let's get that few more likes, man. Sergeant Tyson also said, I took 7K of my pension. That's what I'm saying. Who want to take out their money? You know what I'm saying? For some shit that they not trying. You know what I'm saying? For some unjust shit. Baby mama terrorism and child support, shit like that, man. It does not cost $600 a month to raise a child. Child support should be $200 a month at the most. I agree. It ain't my fault that you want to live your life like Oprah Winfrey. You get, like I say, Walmart always hiring. And also, y'all, you know, I told you I need help with my child support. You know, I'm laying on my couch with my dick in my hand. You know what I'm saying? I cash up on the bottom, super chat. Appreciate y'all, man. Let's get this ball rolling.
Let's do the numbers. Let's do the numbers. That child support was regular money.
She said child support is regular money. Regular money. Child support is non-taxable. But she says regular money. That increase her income. That's increase her income. So if she make $50,000 and she getting $600-700 times $600-700 a month times 12, that's added to her $50,000. She said basically that child support ain't shit because it's not her money.
I had to take out 36 for the year.
Let's hear this again, y'all.
Let's do the numbers. That child support was regular money.
Regular money. Now that don't even sound like anything that makes sense. What is regular money? I'd rather for her to say, man, that $600-700 ain't shit. She says regular money. What you mean regular money? What the fuck you mean?
No, you're wrong. That's wrong to say that. You can't say regular money because $6,700 a month equals up to $80,000 a year.
So $80,000 a year is regular money, and I'm sure he was paying over 10 years. I don't know how long he was paying the child support, but we're just gonna say he had to be paying over 10 years. You know what I'm saying? But she basically saying that money ain't shit. It was just some money around because it's not hers. It's hers because they're giving it to her, but it ain't hurting her pockets. Shout out to Angry Bus Driver, say child support hurting me too. You know, that's why I pray for y'all brothers, you know what I'm saying? And child support can't hurt you. It can set you up for failure. But what I'm hoping to do, you know what I'm saying, for like I say, change the laws in our mind, that we can help one another with ideas and different mindset to try to make some other income. Because just like Coach Greg Adams said, you should have at least, I think he said, 5 sources of income. You know what I'm saying? And it's not necessarily working a regular job. You got to do side hustles. I mean, you can learn with this pandemic. There's so many people work from home now that it's like the norm. So one of my other goals is try to help y'all see about making some money, you know what I'm saying, under the table, on the side or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Morton says, wait, $600-700 a month? Yeah, $600-700 a month. She think, now, you know, the average person ain't paying no $6,000 a month, but she's saying $600-700 a month is regular money. So evidently she got her own money that's more than the $600-700. So she really don't need his money. That's why I feel sorry for these whores. So if a dude only paying $100, then the only thing I can say is you shouldn't got a kid by a dude that only make $50 and $100 a month. That's how I look at it now. Shout out to XL Pro Service for the Cash App donation. You know what I'm saying? $5. I appreciate you, brother. Shout out to Terry, $5 for the YouTube series. Appreciate you too, bro. Like I say, man, I'm tired of these baby mama terrorists getting away with shit, being noticed as the Mother Earth, the queens, you know what I'm saying, the most best fit, because we don't want to say nothing, because we don't want to make shit worse than it had to be. Can't get no worse being alienated, being labeled a deadbeat. So that's why I'm doing what I do. I'm just trying to do the Lord's work and just spread awareness. You know what I'm saying? And just so y'all know, y'all donation helped me build my platform bigger than what it is. Cause matter of fact, to show y'all something, y'all seen this on Minister Jap. I don't know if I can pull it out, but let me see. Let me see. Because a lot of y'all donation and everything, I was able to get it. It's a Roadmaster where I can do sound effects and stuff like that. I'm just waiting on the speakers to come, and then y'all be able to get more sound effects and stuff like that, and make your shit more professional. So I'm not, spending money just to, what I'm saying, get a chicken wing, what I'm saying. Let me see, got the mic and everything. Got some speakers, but I could get some more. So, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to get everything so I have it set up to be all the way, what I'm saying, live. So I appreciate y'all supporting, y'all sticking with me and understand where I'm coming from, like I always say. But these baby mama tears just want to set you up a failure. They ain't shit.
80,000. 80,000.
You from New York? You from New York?
I'm from Queens.
MTA workers make that. What are you saying?
It doesn't matter.
Now you heard what she said, y'all. She said, "You live in New York? MTA workers, that must be like CTA bus drivers, because here's CTA." So she said MTA make $80,000 a year. What does that have to do with the $6,700 that you're getting for free? 80,000 a year that you get for free. I'm sorry, $600-700 a month. What the fuck you comparing somebody that's working the job getting 80,000 a year versus your low life that ass sitting there getting $80,000 a year? But she trying to say that the money ain't shit because you got people who work making $80,000 a year. So I guess 50 should pay triple of that because it's people that actually make that much money. See what I'm saying? The logic that you hearing from this shit is what majority of these motherfuckers think. You know what I'm saying? I believe it, but I can't believe this shit.
But that's free money though,
Yes,
yeah?
whoever just make that, what are you saying?
Is that not free, Mr. Shaniqua, but is that not considered free money?
How is it free money when I have to take care of your child?
How is it free money that I gotta take care of your child? See, when it comes to men paying child support, it's your child. But when it comes to equal parenting time, no, it's my child. And if that child make it be successful, I'm the reason. If he fuck up and get killed young and go to jail, it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to hear that again. Entitlement. Oh man. Sergeant Tyson, $5 donation. I'm with you. I'm working on my equipment to get my platform going on my channel. I need German Shepherd sound effects too. Yeah, I ain't gonna do it because that Jap thing, man. I know he's not gonna do it, but I don't want him to do like this other motherfucker trying to think I'm trying to copy mimic this mother. You know what I'm saying? Mimic motherfucker. So I'm gonna come with my own sound unless it's original sound off somebody that's not on the platform. Yes, sir. Shout out to No One Cares channel, $10 donation. I hear you fellas. Child support is tough. I know. Think of a strategy. Build multiple incomes. Take a step back if you can. By living a minimalist lifestyle. I live in my car and a storage unit for a year. Yeah, the shit is real, bro. And I'm glad you're saying that because we have to tell our story because a lot of us think that it's just just me going through it. So there's so many people I talk to say, man, I did not know that so many fathers are going through this. Yeah, you're not alone, brother. I talked to a brother today about it. He thought he was by himself, thought he was alone. You're not alone, but you're gonna feel that loneliness because you're not telling your story. The person you've been knowing for years, you talk to them, and then you find out that they was going through it or they is going through it. We don't say nothing. These bitches, you see, this bitch she want to say whatever she want to be a victim. And even though she's talking stupid and off the wall, they will still call her a victim. So if she can say stupid shit, why we can't say real shit? You know what I'm saying? We have to call this shit out. We gotta tell our story because just being able to tell your story will soothe the soul. And I'd rather for y'all to tell y'all story than y'all end up killing yourselves or end up going to jail for murdering that baby mama terrorist. Fuck these baby mama terrorists. you know. But I want you to hear what she said again, man.
That's wrong to say that. You can't say regular money because $6,700 a month equals up to $80,000 a year. 80,000. 80,000.
You from New York? You from New York?
I'm from Queens.
MTA workers make that. What are you saying?
It doesn't matter, but that's free money though.
Yes, workers make that. What are you saying?
Is that not free, Mr. Shaniqua, but is that not considered free money?
How is it free money when I have to take care of your child? How is it free money? And you're not even.
I can't hear you.
Oh, just to let y'all know, when y'all hear the off and on, that's them. That's not me. Shout out to Angry Bus Driver for what he said. Child support kicking his ass. Let's all, pray for this brother. And you will bounce back, brother. You will bounce back. Guarantee, man. You just gotta stay hopeful, stay prayed up. Get your mind in order also, man. I had to get my mind in order, bro, because I had so much hate in my heart, man. And when all these years I thought I loved myself, I did not love myself. Now I love myself. That's why I'm working out. I'm losing weight, getting my health right, trying to get rid of this blood pressure, you know what I'm saying? And you have to let a lot of shit go. Like my man said, he had to sleep in the car and live in the stores. But if that's what you got to do to stack your money up, do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a story of your chapter. It's just another chapter that you'll be able to tell when you know what I'm saying, surpass these baby mama terrorist motherfuckers and this system. You know what I mean? You will bounce back. Shout out to Mr. Palmer for the platform. No One Cares channel. Appreciate you, brother. Boys, consider buying a camper van. They can be quite comfortable. Real talk, man. Especially if you're up in the South, man. Shit. Man, get you a nice, man, bro, get a camper van. Man, bro, you got to think like these white folks, man. They live in tents. They live in the woods. They climb mountains and live on the top of the mountain and shit. We gotta do the same thing, man. Do what we gotta do. Anything to stack and save your money up. You know what I'm saying? I know plenty of fathers that's slept in their car but bounce back, down the line. Like I said, I lost a lot and I fucked up my credit. But I will say a lot of y'all been through way worse than me. When I thought mine was bad, y'all went way worse than me. So I'm not gonna try to say mine's the worst because it's not. You know what I'm saying? But you all good, brother. We got your back. Her phone going in and out.
I hear you now. I can hear you now. They call your phone, right?
You saying free money? He initiated child support. I didn't take him to court for child support. He put himself on child support. So this is what the court said you have to pay. And now this is what you have to pay.
But he's not complaining about child support. I never heard any interviews of him 50 complaining about paying the child support. Like she said, he put himself on child support. You put yourself on child support, I wouldn't do it. But if you put yourself on child support, then whatever they say you pay, then that's just what it is. And I ain't never heard 50 complain about child support. He complained about his son being manipulated. He complained about her being a baby mama terrorist. But I never heard him complain about the child support. You can't put yourself on child support and complain about the shit. As far as, you know what I'm saying, if they say you got to pay $500. Now, if you get screwed and fucked over and lied because the baby mama terrorist lied about my money, I can get that. But you can't complain if you ran to the court and put yourself on child support. But see how she trying to twist shit up? He put himself on child support. He giving you $600-700, but you say that's regular money. That's what MTA workers make. Okay.
Like what is it? When you say free, that's nothing that's messed up in the Black community.
Okay.
Like child support is a curse. This is what he initiated. You're a millionaire. At the time he had to submit tax returns. Tax return was $20-something million for that year.
See how she twists the whole thing around? Instead of her admitting that she's getting free money, she's saying he put himself on child support. He's a millionaire. He should pay it. She making it like 50s run around saying, men don't pay child support. It's some bullshit. See how they try to deflect? See how she still try to put on 50 Cent even though he's not saying shit. You still mention this dude's name in conversations to get your shine on and try to make him look bad when this nigga living life like a king. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Sergeant Tice said I squatted at a house for almost 2 years to fix my credit and save money to move from New York City to Jersey. My man. Morton says one guy bought an old ambulance and converted to a small house on wheels. Yeah, man. But see what I'm talking about? She won't admit that it's free money. She won't admit that she's living off of it. She's going to deflect it, say he put himself on child support. That's his fault. I get the $600-700, even though he ain't tripping about it. And she says, I'm take care of his kid. See, it's his kid. See, it's your kid when you paying child support. It's your kid when you're doing extra, but it's not your kid when you want custody or when you want to spend time with the kid and everything else. Not your kid when you want them to be around your family.
Like this is my life. This ain't no slip up. This is my life. I know what's going on.
Yeah, we
ask you, Miss Shaniqua, that
all the issues that you know he has. Where more people to live in South Jamaica, Queens? I'm losing.
No.
Let me.
No.
When this nigga's running around in bulletproof cars and all kind of shit going on. Where more people supposed to live in? So he's not supposed to live where everybody else. He got to live in the most safest place possible.
See how these baby mama terrors, they be pocket watching, boy. So I'm paying $6,700. You getting $80,000 extra a year. You got Ross and IRAs. You got your investment property. You got your car that's in another man's home or whatever. But you got it. You got value. You got assets. And you gonna make excuses saying that your excuse is my son shouldn't be staying in Jamaica, Queens. He's a millionaire. He's paying his child support. You getting your money, but yet you still got something to complain about. Free money. She still didn't answer that question though. Was it free money though? Just let y'all know.
He shouldn't go to school. When you make it to that level, I come from a family where I went to private school, dance lessons, tennis lessons, etiquette classes, had my own room.
She took etiquette class? I don't see nothing adequate about this shit. She should have kept that. She should have said she took etiquette classes. Really.
Only child for almost 12 years, went on vacation. My mother used to take me overseas, but all you needed was a birth certificate. That kind of thing I come from. So that's why they make it to be who he is. Your children supposed to be organically fed and well tutored.
So her argument is, well, he made to be a millionaire, son should be a millionaire too. It don't work like that. I'm not finna put no son or daughter on a high pedestal, look out for them, when all they did was stain my name, contribute to bullshit of this baby mama terrorist, take the motherfucker's side, and set me up for failure. So if you fucking up my livelihood and set me up for failure, whether you my mama, my father, my son, or the baby mama terrorist, I have nothing for you but this child support I'm paying every month. And if you getting $80,000 a year, you should have saved half that money for him to have his own independence or a good life or whatever. But no, you say it's free. You're not saying it's free money, but you're actually saying it's free money. So nah, I'm not doing nothing else for your funky ass. I don't give a fuck if you my son or my daughter. You disrespect me, set me up for failure. You fuck up my household. You trying to call me a deadbeat like this baby mama terrorist. You got the mindset of your baby mama terrorist mother. I'm not doing nothing extra for your motherfucking ass. So if I make $1 million and you only making $1,000, my suggestion to you is Walmart is always hiring. Amazon is always hiring. So my suggestion to you is go to one of them companies.
If I come from regular parents, that's not making no sense. And then he got all these problems on top of all of that.
So, Ms. Shaniqua, let me ask you a question. So, are you admitting that some of the money that you got, you had to utilize it for what's that, better living? I don't understand what you're saying.
See, another thing, what this brother need to do is get on her heels. Make her answer that question. If you gotta ask her 20 times till she answer that question, then ask her 20 times. You watch Jesse Lee Peterson. I watch his shit sometimes. He'll ask questions. He'll say, "Do you love white people?" And they'll say, "I love all people." He'll ask them again, do you love white people?" And then they'll say, "I love all people." He will keep asking them until they answer it or they deflect. You know what I'm saying? But he asked them over and over because you're not answering my question. You going around and you say you love all people. No, I'm asking you, do you love white people? You know what I'm saying? He will keep asking them. He kind of like change the subject or come back with a question to relate to the first question. Nah, you stay on that bitch heels till she answer that question. It's obviously what she doing, deflecting and making excuses. But you gotta get on their heels, keep asking them and let them know you're not finna swindle to something else unless you answer this fucking question. Then we go to something else. You know what I'm saying?
I got a house that Marquise lived in.
Okay.
I bought a house that Marquise lived in.
Okay.
Everywhere I remember, I'm his primary caretaker.
Okay.
So if I'm living foul, that means he's living foul.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
But when I had to put a down payment on the house, that was my down payment.
She said she had to put a down payment on the house. I told you. She put a down payment on the house with her money, which that's what you're supposed to do. Why is you making it like you doing something spectacular?
It didn't come from the 6,700.
Okay, so what? You still didn't ask the question.
I felt that I told him that when he said I should, and I keep it very actually keep my.
That same year, we lost every, like I said, I'm against it. We jumped out of the window with what we had on. That's all we had. We lost everything. He got the insurance money from everything, from our clothes. He got the check was in his name.
When the mansion caught on fire, he had insurance. He did get paid for the insurance. You know why? Because it was in his name. If you got rental property, your building goes on fire, is destroyed, they give you a check. The tenants don't get a check. They only get a check if they got what? Renter's insurance. But if you just stay in somebody else's mansion and you just stay there rent free or whatever, and that mansion catch on fire, you don't get a dime. You get to live your life. You get to live your life and carry on because you survived the fire. You don't get no check. And you thought because he got a check for that fire, he was gonna give it to you when you was a baby mama terrorist that created a son husband? No. Shout out to Fly Boy, man. Yeah, it's all right though, bro. You can always go back and start over, man. It's cool.
But I'm lost.
I don't know what you talking about. We're talking about Miss Shaniqua. We're talking about child support.
Right. Not about a house.
Child support was child support.
Hold on, wait. Let me ask you
and Marquise, well tutored, went to private school, and mind you, I paid for the private school tuition out of child support. Just not so you want to say $80 and knock that 80 down automatically 60 something because I had to pay for tuition.
Knock it down to 60 something. So 60.
I ain't never heard no private school costing that much money now. So you say you spent the whole $600-700 on his education? You're a motherfucking lie.
How many years? Hold on, wait a minute. How many years? How many years was this?
I left him in 06. With the child support going, I think 07. 07. So 07, child support stopped when Marquise turned 21.
Oh, damn. He had to pay till he was 21. That means, like my brother said, he had to pay child 21. That means in New York, they do 21. God dang. Shit.
At 07 to when he turned 21. He's 24 now. He turned 21 and he'll be what, 25 this year?
I got child support maybe 10. So when he talk about that 1 point something, like you playing yourself, 1 point something, you was spending that in a year when I was with you. So I'm lost what you talking.
See how she pocket watching? Now, he been paying $80,000 for 10 years. Damn, let me see something. You know, I'm a dumb nigga off Cottage Grove. Hey, 80,000 times 10 years come out to $800,000. And I'm sure they went up on, well, I'm gonna say they went up on the child support and everything else. But she's basically saying that money ain't shit. It wasn't enough and all that bullshit, bro. Sad. She pocket watching his money. Don't. How many of y'all can relate to these baby mama Ted's pocket watch you? When y'all go back to court and she try to say that he got more money, and she see you on Facebook with your new car, or she see you on a cruise, assuming you paid for it, she would say you got more money because you got a chain on and some diamonds or whatever, and then you got some gators on for a day, you know, and they'll sit back and say he got more money. These baby mama tears with pocket watch. That's why you can't let these bitches know your business. She's more jealous that she got all that money, but he's still living his life. That's what that's about. She's mad because she's not getting it. She's full of shit.
Miss Shaniqua, you was nearly getting $1 million, Miss Shaniqua. You are. If you do the math, it's if you do the math,
I'm saying to you, Flip, I know MTA workers that get that now.
What is I'm talking about MTA? We talking about somebody.
But you're saying regular. You're talking about regular average living.
$80,000 ain't no regular average living because there's so many people I know that's not making no $80,000 a year. So shit, motherfucking lie. Matter of fact, I think it was Ron Dixon that said the average man salary is $50,000 a year. Stupid.
See, but you would not see. This is what people don't understand. That's why I hate the black community when it comes to this. It's like, oh, my baby father only paid for this. My baby father only paid for
that. You can't hate. Yeah. You can't hate because we don't agree. I won't agree with you. You gotta.
No, I'm not saying that you agree. You can't agree because you don't know because you're not in that tax rate, so you won't be able to agree. Like you're telling me, I know that it's not a disrespect. Like you're not listen. I'm not being disrespectful like that. No, I'm just saying to you, you're telling me if you have a child and you and your child's mother are not together, you would be okay living in Beverly Hills and your child's living on Linden and Farmers?
Hell yeah, bitch. You should have let me get custody. God damn it. If we don't co-parent, you manipulating my son, you alienate me, make me look bad. I don't give a fuck if y'all stay in a goddamn sewer. And people might say, yeah, it's mean and all that shit. No, you keep your veins cold. You give people things and you do things for them when they deserve it, not because you think you're entitled to. See, a lot of these baby mama tell us think they're entitled and they think the son or the daughter's a guinea pig and you supposed to do it because we got kids. You supposed to deal with my bullshit. You supposed to let me disrespect you. You supposed to let your son have 3, 4, 5 daddies and everything else. And all you supposed to do is just keep paying and run up and do whatever she said, kiss her ass. Nah. You fucked up the situation. You made shit worse than it had to be. You got what you got. And no, I don't feel sorry for you. And I don't feel sorry for your fake ass struggle either.
I'm just asking. Let me know what kind of man you are. If you're not with your child's mother and you're living in Beverly Hills and your child's living on Linden and Farmers, you're okay with that?
No.
I'm asking you a question. And then you got all kind of beef out there with niggas from Linden and Farmers, and your child's living right. Like, does that make any sense?
I thought she was living in Georgia with the gated community and all that shit. That she took Roth money out and IRA money out and had an investment property. Why she talking about shit in New York? I thought she was still in New York all this time. So what the fuck she talking about?
Wait, hold on.
But last time I checked, when that nigga had beef, I took him to my mother's house. You know how he got to Pennsylvania? My mother lived in Pennsylvania.
Oh. Now she going back to the past when she was ride or die for him when he got shot and he had to leave New York. See how these motherfuckers deflect? Now she's talking about something that happened 20 years ago. 20-some years ago. That's what I'm saying. Now she's going back to what she had to do to save him. That's why I say these bitches don't do shit for you because they care. They do it for you because they want they just do. Child support, alimony, and being took care of, and they do nothing, man. That's why I say it's crazy, man. Pathetic.
Okay, but let's take it there. Let's take it there. How he even got to Pennsylvania? Because his family only had the hood family to go.
We're not talking about.
Okay.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Okay.
And this is why I asked you about holding the counter, because what you're doing, but you can't tell me a story without throwing personal shots, Mr. Shaniqua.
No, it's not from a personal shot. It's real. It's real. You saying personal shot?
But you can't tell a story. Why you can't? I'm not trying to get you mad. Oh, she said. I'm not trying to get you mad. Why you can't tell a story?
No. It's just a heat flip. I'm not upset with you. This is a heat.
Why you can't just tell it? Why you can't?
You don't talk about this. Like, so when it does come up, it kind of.
Hey, Sergeant Tyson, he make $80,000 a year. Yo, pops. My pops the MTA bus driver in Brooklyn, East New York. He make $80,000 a year. Or is this bitch lying?
Trying to get you in that mode when you were there, like, but I don't talk about the house.
But why you can't just tell the story without the personal shots, though? Like,
right.
You say shots. It's you know, it's called real talk. It ain't shots.
Okay.
The reason how he got to Pennsylvania is my mother owned a house that she built on 2 acres of land from ground up with her husband.
So
that's
what?
Not a shot. That's real shit. His
All
family
right.
only lived in the hood of Queens, where we all know he got shot at.
But that's disrespectful to say that. Congratulations to your mom on what she did. Rest in peace. Just lucky so. But that's disrespectful to say that. You're not saying it in a way like, yo, you know, Flip, you know, in order for us, you're using it as a shot. You're not saying it like, yo, we had to go there and I helped. Like how Smurf said it to me. How you said it. You speaking from emotion.
Because you're talking about a person who has done nothing but, you saying me, done nothing but drag. Just constantly drag and constantly disparage and constantly have said stuff that just wasn't true and or in a disparaging way. I'm a little emotional about it. I am. Because I know what I lived and I know what I've been through and I know I held him down.
See what I mean? I told you. These bitches, it ain't never about the kid, man. They mad, pissed off about she held him down and he ain't fucking me no more. Angry bus driver say Mr. Palmer $80,000 a year in New York City is equivalent to making $50,000 in Georgia. I know that for a fact, bro. Chicago's too is expensive too. It's not, but it's not a lot of money. You damn right. But if you getting $80,000 in freebies, then shit, you better shut your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Sergeant Tyson said my BMT trying to tell child support that I own a house, but I put in my daughter's name. Good. And there, you damn right. Put in somebody's name that you trust. Shout out to Ricky Manor. What's good? Hey, continue part 2 about this baby mama Terrori Shaniqua. You know what I'm saying? We halfway there. It's crazy out here.
Like if you talk to Smurf, you say Smurf, no, I held him down.
Okay.
Everybody said it. Nobody took that from you. Nobody took it from you. But what I'm saying is that when you're telling a story, this is.
But didn't 50 Cent hold them down by paying $80,000 a year? Didn't he hold it down? Fuck out of here.
The thing, and this is why somebody may feel like, oh, Mr. Shaniqua might have been in Marquis' head because you're telling the story from an emotional standpoint.
There's no such thing, no Mike, man. I understand he trying to keep it, he trying not to be biased, but it's obvious that she was in his head. It's obvious. You know what I'm saying? Number one, I don't know why he keep calling her Miss Shaniqua. She ain't Miss shit. She just baby mama terrorist. She couldn't be, I ain't gonna lie, if she was on my platform, I would talk with respect, but I'm not gonna let her be able to jump over and deflect and make different subjects and change the subject and don't answer my question. I'm going on their heels.
You're not just telling the story like, oh, you know what? This is what happened. My opinion is when somebody gets child support, it goes to the child. Regular MTA workers will feel that way. My cousin paid child support, he feel that way. A janitor pays child support, I'm not giving them no more extra money. That's what goes to the child.
Damn right.
But that's the caliber of people you talk to. I know guys who pay child support and they child want to a second job to make sure they child go to that school. That's how.
Now you heard what she said. She said she know fathers who will get a second job to make it work so this child can go to school. Why these baby mama parents won't get a second job to help put a kid at a school that they want them to be in? Why? Yeah, she lying, but why? I'm just going off her logic. She said that she know other baby daddies who get a second job to take care of their child who want to go to a better school. You want to put them in a better school. Why these baby mama parents won't do it? See, I told you, they think that it's a man's obligation to set them up for failure to make them happy. Not the child happy, to make them happy while they sit on their ass and do nothing. Fuck out of here.
That's caliber of men. I know a personal friend of mine. His baby mother is married. She's married to a whole nigga. Oh, okay. He gave her $40-something thousand put down in the house. And he said, I don't live in the hood, but my kids ain't gonna live in the hood. And she's married. So it comes from the caliber of men. I don't associate with men like that.
Hey man, if the man put down $40,000 and she's with a dude that's married and he did it for his kid, he has that right to do it as he please with his money. But every man ain't going, whether if she's married to somebody else or not. And it's not even about the man. So get that sucker ass shit out of here. Ricky Manor said baby mama terrorists are also dictators. Yep, they are fucking evil. We're to be robots for them, and the pussy ain't that good. Facts. Facts.
I don't. I'm being honest. That's why I don't associate with my people like that. But I tell my kids the same thing.
You can't tell a story. You can't tell a story without being disrespectful. Everything you say is a shot. Even that thing you throw shots at people. I don't agree.
I tell Marquis, I said Marquis.
Everything is a shot. You laugh and look. You laugh.
No, because you're just funny. You're very you're funny. You're very animated. You smile. So I'm laughing. But I just tell Marquis.
But you still do. Yeah. You know what the shot at me? Yo, that's the niggas that you associated with. But that's a shot.
I'm sorry if you feel like that's a shot. No, I'm not being funny. I'm sorry if you feel like that's a shot. That's not. I'm just saying my moral compass. That's just me. That's just me.
When do a baby mama ever have morals? They ain't got no fucking morals. Her moral complex. Whatever the fuck she said. These baby mama don't have morals. Hell, they don't even have a thought process, man. They run off their emotions. They make excuses. They blame the man regardless of what he do or don't do.
I'm saying that I have best friends that I don't speak to people who don't fuck with their kids. That's friends, that's siblings, that I don't deal with people who don't take care of their kids' problems. And my standards on parenting is very high. And that's just being honest. That's before me going through whatever I'm going through.
What does this bitch know about having some standards, let alone high standards?
I don't deal with people who don't take care of their kids' problems. That's just me.
Well,
let me finish. I want to say to you this.
Sure.
I said, Marquis, I don't care if you have a child by a slut or a prostitute. That bitch just hit the lotto because you want to take care of your kid. But I don't care what you feel like.
You heard what she said, right? Let me wind it back just a little bit.
That's a shot.
That bitch just hit the lotto because you want to take care of it. Well, let me finish. I want to say to you this. Sure. I said, Marquis, I don't care if you have a child by a slut or a prostitute. That bitch just hit the lotto because you want to take care of your kid. But I don't care what you feel like. If that child lives with that mother and you don't have custody of your children. As a father, you have to make sure that happens. I stand on that even when it comes to my child.
She raised her son to be a Cape and Simp sucker. Straight up. Now don't get me wrong. You have a kid with a piece of shit or a whore or a rat or a crackhead, whatever. You're supposed to do your part as a father to take care of that child. But if you're unable to be a father then fuck them. I ain't obligated to do a damn thing, but do what the state says, which is pay the child support and move on. If you gotta pay it. So she talking that fuck shit. She want him to be a sucker to the next bitch. These mothers don't love their sons. They use them as son husbands and robots because the man who they had before wasn't going and he ran off and went on about his business. And it's sad that she raised him to be another sucker, a son husband. You know what I'm saying? And he think it's right. He think it's okay. He's the one of the motherfuckers that would call us deadbeats because we washed our hands and move on, or because we keep our veins cold, or because we pay child support and that's it. That's the one you gonna have to shoot because he would die for these whores. He'll die for these baby mama terrorists. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised he ain't one of these black pros out here.
And
Can I
that's
ask
the
you a
problem.
question?
Mm-hmm.
Do you not, when I talk to Marquise and tell Marquise that you should be the child, reach out to your father, speak to him and stay out of it, do you not understand what I'm saying? Do you not see that? Do you not know the standpoint that I'm coming from? That's all I'm asking. It's a yes or no question, not with shots, just like your friend.
No, I really don't. No.
She said no. I told you. She ain't shit. She said no. Why should he talk to 50?
You just lied? You just lied to me? You just said your mother think like that.
No, you said as a man. First of all, I'm not a man. That's number one, and number two, I come from the perspective of as a mother. As a mother, I'm telling you, I have a child that's 20. My daughter is 29 years old. We don't always agree.
This ain't about your older daughter.
We don't. Shout out to me and my firstborn. I like your firstborn. She gets on her moment. She's like, I'm not talking to mom and shit. You know, she'll call my. I'm not talking to my. I'm gonna call. And I may be mad like, oh, I'm not talking to me. Yes, sister. But I'm gonna make that person. I'm gonna initiate contact because you know what? That's my child. She's not my kid. She's not one of my friends in the street.
First of all, she not getting alienated, and the father is not manipulating her oldest daughter. So of course you're gonna call. That's why I say they try to man, these motherfuckers.
And you know what? Women move over the emotion. That's not what men do.
It's not emotional. I'm not even. You could ask me about. I'm not the most emotional person. It's no, that's my child. Like I come from a family where I'm not saying you're supposed to deal with disrespect or be mistreated, but you talk to each other. You spoke, whether you agree. Like you don't go for months and days and weeks and years without speaking to your family or to your parents. Like I said, I didn't agree with a lot of things my mother did, but I did not speak for her for years. That's not even, I can't even fathom that.
That's you, motherfucker. Just because you still taught your mother when she treat your ass like shit, put men over you, manipulated you, and set you up a failure like you is now. That's why it's trickled down to her son because she got it from her mother. Obviously, you heard what she said, but she still talked to her, stayed around, and kept that negative, toxic shit in there. And she trickled it down to her son. I told you this shit running the motherfucking bloodline, man. They are raised that way. They're not born that way. They're raised that way.
I mean, this is what I'm saying. I mean, some of the people are mad at me. They're saying I'm biased, and I get it. Marquise said I'm biased. I can't be on the train where I'm trying to encourage. Not saying you are. I'm just saying encourage his son not to talk to his father when I can tell that a connection, needs to be there. A conversation is a conversation. He has a lot of questions about certain things. Hold on, let me finish. He has a lot of questions about certain things that's very personal to him. And I said, just holler at him. I ask him a question straight up. That was the street
conversation. It's gonna have to be. I think to me, and I know a lot of black people don't believe in therapy. I think it has to be therapy involved.
No.
I don't think it's gonna happen from conversation.
Mr. Nicholas, stop it, man. Therapy. Did you go to therapy?
I have put a couple of therapy sessions in.
Mr. Nicholas, you ever cheated before, Mr. Nicholas?
Well, Marquise is bad, yeah.
You cheated. You cheated before?
That's like accountability. I'm looking at you, Flip.
Yes.
Oh, Miss Shaniqua. You're in the frying pan. You're in the frying. Hold on. What is that? Is that bacon fried? You're in the frying pan now. You're in the frying pan now.
It's beef bacon because I don't swan and dime. Make sure it's beef bacon.
So let me ask you. See, Miss Shaniqua. That's it.
What did I
Miss Shaniqua, what? Miss Shaniqua, no.
got?
And you couldn't say that earlier? I cheated before you. I had to ask you that for you to take accountability, Miss Shaniqua. That's not right.
Well, when you
We don't want to know the reason why. You just cheated. Don't want to know the reason why.
I told him. He didn't find out on his own. I told him.
Because you from East Elmhurst. That's what y'all do out there. Y'all tell the truth.
I respected him at the time enough. I'm not gonna make a fool of you. I'm gonna let you know what's going on. So either you gonna make it right or you're not. It's just that simple.
Miss Shaniqua, you.
She said she gonna you have to make it right or whatever. Okay, first of all, bitch cheat. You leave the bitch alone. Break up with her or deal with her. It's up to you. But that ain't got nothing to do with the son. This ain't got nothing to do with child support. This ain't got nothing to do with co-parenting. This ain't even got nothing to do with 50 being involved with his son, even the situation. But yet, she talking about she cheated and she told him and all that jive. Boy, this just changed the whole subject around. And he talking about, so you fucked up once you cheated. I get all that, but that's not what this is supposed to be about. See how she twisted all the way around instead of trying to admit her faults and call out, you know what I'm saying, the fuckery she did. No.
Wrong for that, Miss Shaniqua.
When you're not married, you're single. I wasn't married.
Miss Shaniqua, what? Are you? Yo, Miss Shaniqua, what you drinking? Let me see your hands. You drinking right now?
I'm not drinking.
What did you just say? You went against the code. First and foremost, how can you cheat? First and foremost, okay, you did a good thing by telling, but you gonna cheat on a nigga that of that caliber. You gonna cheat on a nigga. So by cheating on him, your intention was to make him look bad. You know what it's like for a nigga to fuck a nigga's famous girl? Hold on, let me finish.
No,
you know what it's like for a nigga.
No.
You know what it's like for a nigga to fuck a nigga famous. You know what it's like to have that nigga, the ego. Like, come on, yo. Don't laugh. It's not funny. It's not funny.
I don't think it was a funny situation. It's when you going through stuff and you have a disconnect and you're trying to connect with that person and talk to them and they not hearing you because they're busy caught up in their life and what they're doing and keeping with every Hollywood actress and doing what they're doing. It happens. It happened. That happens. It happens.
If your phone is ringing, listen, Nico, your phone is ringing. People calling you.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Talk the phone." I usually don't say anything. Yeah, my phone is ringing. Yeah, it is.
They say get off the phone with me.
Yeah, that's why you on the phone with me.
Yeah. Why?
Well, he's already started, so.
Because I'm biased. But you think I'm biased?
I think.
Honestly speaking, you think I'm biased?
I'm trying to explain it and articulate as best as I can. I think, like Marquis said, people tend to judge off of their experience, their life experiences, or their relationships with their parents. And everything is a case-by-case scenario. It's not, you have not had the things, you can correct me if I'm wrong, done to you that Marquis has had done to him by his parents. So when everybody was like, he's side with me, you know why? Because I'm there. I'm there for everybody. I was there.
It shouldn't be, you know why, Miss Shaniqua? It shouldn't be.
I was there. I was there in the trenches when he was sick. I was there in the trenches when he didn't feel well. I was there when he was in the trenches when he was going through it with his dad. I was there. I was never not there. So when you want to say the spot, I was always there. I was there.
It shouldn't be. It should never be a you know why.
Pathetic.
Never, everybody call me biased in it. I take it, but it shouldn't be a you know why. It shouldn't be that. It's what's between you and his father is you and his father. Marquise has nothing to do with it. Yes, Marquise went through things. He explained to me.
But his father made it about Marquise. When you want to, I don't talk about his. That's the thing. I don't sit around and talk about his father.
No, that's not true. Marquise said if you ever start, Marquise said he checked you.
See, now she said she never talked about him, and he just said Marquise said he had to check her. See how these motherfuckers lie? I'm surprised he actually called that out and even told him. Now I'm surprised because they so manipulated, they don't say shit.
I feel like, oh, I can't stand it. Like, so it happens, but I never talked about him to where it was like, don't deal with your dad. But if I ever
yes, you did manipulation.
Say something, that's the point. So it's like, but I don't. But still, I stand by this. I don't talk about him. He's not a part of our conversation. Like he's just not. He's not.
Hey, check this out, y'all. Now she say she don't talk about 50 and all this shit. I want y'all to see something right quick.
Is there any chance at a reconciliation? Is there any?
This right here, I was waiting on that part. This from the Fuck Child Support Instagram page. And as you see, 50 Cent relationship with his son, Marquise, would never get fixed. He interviewed 50 Cent about it. And it's a 5-minute clip. I want y'all to check this out.
Is there any chance at a reconciliation between you and your son? Because a lot of people from the outside, the boy looks just like you. A lot of people from the outside think that situation is sad and the child can't come.
Yeah, it is sad. It's a sad situation, right? And when you pray for success, you don't necessarily pray for the things that come with it, right? And there's no such thing as success without jealousy, without envy, or entitlement. Entitlement is growing in someone you love in the scariest part, right? And his mom developed an entitlement that cannot be met.
Now, you already said, he said the mom grew with an entitlement that couldn't be met. Now, ain't that what it sounded like when she was doing her interview just now? She thinks she's entitled because she saved him. She moved to Pennsylvania. She had his kid. That's his kid. $80,000 ain't shit but an FTA worker and all that jive. And that's that little 35-second clip. Sound like the shit that she have did. Check it.
Filtering that energy through his actual personal interests. Let's say now that he's starting to like females, he's conscious of what kind of shoes he want to wear. I need these Jordans, the retro Jordans is coming, different things. And then his mother go, I'll get them for you, but it just bothers me because you're supposed to have them all. So while being a privileged child, he feels deprived. When you had everything I didn't have. I can tell you how much my kids cost in New York State, 1.360. You see what I'm saying? And I don't have an issue with paying the support. The reason why I'm the way I am with those kind of situations, I pay my support that year that the baby's born. Move the money to the account, and it automatically disperses a certain amount of money per each month. So with him, I noticed over the years that they developed, because I've lived on his mom for a long time. But it's not his mother, it's him. Like I'm going places where he was at, he left.
If you love your
I used to. You ask yourself how long, a complicated question would say, how long can you love something that don't love you back?
Facts. I want y'all to hear that again.
You love something that don't love you back. A complicated question would say, how long can you love something that don't love you back? You see, so, and in this experience, you look and you say, I didn't think success would cost me my firstborn, but it's the situation. It's like my grandfather would say, if I like a snake, if it's slither like a snake, is it a snake? do you need to be bit? Right? And that's the Aiken, South Carolina, and this the country, she'll say. And what it keeps saying is every time you see a boy, you show up with somebody you got a problem. What does that do? People will always try to make relationships on a common bond of disliking someone. Like, be friends with you because your enemy is my enemy.
Yeah.
And he sees himself that way. To the extent where he's actually taking pictures with Prem son or doing different things that, and you go, well, I'm like, I don't even understand where your motivation comes from with these things, but
can you excuse any of that because of how young he is?
No, he's 23 years old, 24 years old. It's not a baby no more, it's a grown man. See, I look at you as you've grown, the decisions that you make as you start to pass what they would have did to us. They would have charged me like an adult at 15. So at 23, it's like you grown in my head. My homeboys, they had their babies at 15. At that point in the neighborhood, that was when you actually got into, we started the sexual thing. You know what I'm saying? It's something to really get into, and everybody 15, 16 years old was the point that he was having kids. So I was super late with him because I didn't want to have, something that I didn't actually connect with because we both was babies. At that point, and then later, I mean, all these things don't turn out the way you want. Life just doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? And
what would have to happen for you guys to have a relationship again? That's the last question I'll ask you about.
I don't know. I ran into him one time. This is ill, right? Right after, it was 2 months before his support was finished, right? And I'm standing at the desk talking to the jeweler, and he had a small diamond chain, 2 small diamond chains, trying to get a bigger diamond chain, right? Trading them, see how much you can get that one. And I walked in, he goes, "Oh, you got somebody like watching me?" I said, "Nah." He said, "Oh, so coincidence?" He said, "Yeah, coincidence." Then he turned back to the jeweler. He goes back to talking to the jeweler, and he's like, "Nah, I can't do that." Now I'm like, because of how much the jeweler's asking him for, so he can't do it. But he doesn't realize that he's at the booth negotiating, putting 2 small diamond chains back to get a bigger diamond chain with the money I'm mailing him. His mother never had a job. She didn't do nothing. I would have questioned whether I was wrong if she did something after the fact. She genuinely did not want to do nothing. This girl looked in my face and told me, like, she was like, "You what, Mike Tyson's house?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "So why you ain't tell me this?" I said, "Because you ain't moving there."
Damn right.
Is there any chance at a reconciliation between you and your?
So, at all the shit 50 went through, with the baby mama tears and the manipulated son, he's still in the wrong because he washed his hand of a grown man. Fuck out of here. But this bitch make excuses. She did everything for it. I would say, man, you have to listen to both sides of the story. You come to your own conclusion. But even if it's obvious, who's to blame in this situation. But when it's all said and done, the kid is the one who loses. And it's fucked up. And like you said, when it comes to being successful, it comes with a lot of consequences. And I'm sure with a lot of stuff we had going on, a lot of consequences end up being not your fault. It's the baby mama Terry's fault. And we have to hold them accountable and stop giving ourselves the blame for something that we did not cause.
Marquis said you spoke to him on the phone recently, a couple of years ago, or recently. Marquis told me that y'all spoke on the phone. He called you. Do you remember that?
That was a couple of years ago, but he called me when he was going through the connection in California. That's what I'm saying. Like, he always said, "I'm bitter."
Now, she went on talking about the issues that 50 had with the baby mama in California. What does that have to do with the situation at hand about him being a father with his son? I told you, she's just trying to throw shots at him, and I don't know what that's gonna prove because nobody give a fuck. They still gonna roll with 50 as a fan, so it doesn't matter. You still a baby mama terrorist. You prove that. I don't get the lie. I would never get it.
The DA from California was calling me because he got a case with her. People don't know that. People don't find
why you sitting the phone, Mom? Oh,
But that's why he was calling me. Because you want to know why he was calling me? That's why he was calling me.
Yeah, I spoke on the phone. That's all that matters. Why you gotta go?
Right.
Here we go again.
Phone for over.
There we go again with the stop. Stop with the stop.
We spoke on the phone for over 2 hours.
Okay, that's it. Just keep it like that. We don't want to know what y'all spoke about or why. Marquis said y'all spoke recently. That's it.
Well, that wasn't recent to me, but it was some time ago.
What, 2020, yes?
No. I haven't spoken to him in years. No. It's been like, no. Last time I actually physically spoke to him after that conversation was at his grandmother's funeral. And that's the last time I...
Hey, I just got a message from Minister Jeff, y'all, off Instagram. He asked me when he said, bro, when you ready to come back on the church and cook. So yeah, tune in. We'll be having an interview soon on his platform, y'all. He just hit me up on IG actually a couple hours ago. Just got to look at it, man. Yes. Shout out to Mr. Jeff.
Marquis, listen. I'm not gonna be one of those people. There's a lot of people online that that blame and that get mad and stuff. I'm not gonna be one of them niggas. And Marquis think I'm biased. The people think I'm biased. Flip, you gotta chill, you biased. I'm not biased. I'm from a different perspective. I look at things differently. Of course, with Marquis is.
But you can't give. But no one can give a full perspective if they don't know all the facts. Like I said, every reaction. There's an action every. So it's like it's one of them kind of things. It's one of them kind of things like you can't say how a person should feel unless you know the facts of what happened. You have to know the whole outline. Everyone doesn't feel
even if I know what happened. Even if I know what happened,
was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my whole entire life. When I say like we were like this, close, tight. Like it didn't get no tighter than him and I. So I would never wanted to be in a stance with him where even if we're not together, that we're at odds with each other, we're beefing. But I never wanted to beef with him. His anger comes towards me. I didn't have any anger towards him. I didn't talk about.
So now the beef come from 50 hating her, and she didn't do nothing.
You cheated on him, Shaniqua, but that's it. It's a wrap. You cheated. That's it.
I don't give a fuck about the cheating. All that she cheated, he cheated shit. I don't give a shit about that. I don't know why he entertained that fuck shit, but you know what I'm saying? That's what's done is done. We talking about her being a baby mama terrorist, not her being a cheater. I don't give a fuck about that. All these whores cheat.
You cheat on Miss Shaniqua. That's it, Miss Shaniqua. Don't laugh, don't smile. I don't know. You have a nice smile. You cheated. That's it. You cheat on him.
I cheated.
You crossed the line. That's it. You crossed the line.
But saying that, but he wanted to be with me after that, so it didn't cross the line.
It don't matter. You still crossed the line. See, you gonna get with the top. You cheated. That's it.
Well, shit happened.
Oh shit! Miss Shaniqua said on the square. Miss Shaniqua.
Right.
I can't believe it. 800 people. Are you crazy?
Yeah, I told him. I felt like I didn't sound. He didn't find out from nobody in the street. I told him what was going on. I told him.
She won a badge of honor for it.
You cheated, Miss Shaniqua. That's it.
Okay. I'm good with that. I left. That's it. I'm cool.
One thing I want to say, like one thing I do want to say is this. I feel like women, they think with their emotions, and I say that, and you admit it, and I give you that accountability. Like, yo, Flip, yeah, I'm speaking for my emotions because I've been through so much stuff. When you think with your emotions, when you move on emotions, a lot of times it's sort of like. I was speaking to Marquis. Marquis explained. You can hear me? You can hear me?
Yeah, my phone is just going. You know, because my phone is just going off.
Marquis explained this side to me, and I gave my word. I'm not talking about it. He explained inside how he feels in the inside, and I told Marquis he explained everything to me, from seeing his father and all that stuff. I said, Marquis, at the end of the day, bro, you still a child, bro. Like you still the child.
You still his child. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's his child. Yeah.
I said you still his child, and just holler at him. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow your ego in the people. And he told me how he felt about the public bashing of his mother. And I said, I understand that. I said, I get it. He asked me, "Yo, Flip, would you like?" He asked me the same question. I said, no, I wouldn't like that. No. And I explained to him. I said, but you know, like, you still his child, bro. Like, it's all right to call him. I'm not one of the niggas to. And that's when, you know, the cousin hit me up. What's his cousin name? DM'd me. Fifth cousin, because he had a picture with, what's his name again? 25 Cent? Not 25. What's that nigga name again, man? You know what I'm talking about?
You talking about Terrori?
So you a funny stopper.
I know when you said 25 Cent, I know you talk about Terrori. That I know he had something like a 25 Cent a part of his rap moniker. So I know you're talking about Terrori.
He hit me back.
A lot of people, when you said 25, trying to be funny, that's what I said it had to be Terrori. That's one of the person I think of. But
a lot of people commend me. See, some of the fans think it's a clout chasing thing, but it's not. They don't know that I really spent time. It's not about an interview or nothing. Like, yo, bro, you gotta fix that, figure it out, because you know what I mean. There's things that how he was describing his father, 2-5, yeah. How he was describing his father was so dope to me. Like, that nigga was like my superhero. So I'm like, yo, niggas, call him. So I'm at I saw him at the jewelry store, came in and all that shit. And I said, it's all right, Keith. Like, the way you think it's good. So that's why I can't.
What more keys you want him to pull?
It seems like from what he just said, it seemed like that the son wanted to talk to him, but his ego's involved. And I don't think it's just ego. I think it's more the baby mama Ted's manipulation, because she was about to turn in, chime in, and say, why should he had to call when 50 should be begging. So it seemed like he's still hurting lost, where she tried to say ain't nothing wrong with him, we good, kids good, and all that shit, degrees and that so on.
That's what I'm saying. He even mentioned the jewelry store incident. He tried to flip that. Oh, he buying jewelry with the like. He just like I'm Lord. Like
He what?
Lord.
Who's that?
He even mentioned the jewelry store incident. So, oh, he buying jewelry. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is what Boo Boo does. He buying.
Yeah. Why you doing? Why do you throw shots? I'm done. I'm done.
You saying, we could be done. Shots like, what he into y'all? That's Boo Boo to me. I don't call him 50. That's not 50 to me.
Now through the video, she was saying 50 and all that shit. Now she called him by Boo Boo. Now she say Boo Boo is a name that she known him as for a long time, but this motherfucker ain't been called Boo Boo till now. That would say she's just trying to throw. I ain't gonna say the shot, but just trying to, I guess, call him out and expose the shit, man. Fuck out of here.
I mean, I don't call him 50. That's Boo Boo. I know him as Boo Boo.
Are you saying that's
50? Are you saying 50?
Hey, if you know him, try to set it up. We can do something. You know, I'm kind of done trying to reach out to people. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people I reach out to, then respond back. You know what I'm saying? Then turn around and say I'm trying to be like him. So if you know him, you know what I'm saying, I have no problem. Give me his information or something. I'll look into it. But if you can't, I prefer you to do it. All right? I'm down for it though.
Everybody knows that I never called him 50. I always called him Boo Boo. I never called him 50 ever.
Okay. I don't know. My fault. I'm sorry.
No, that's not. Boo Boo from 134 and God Brew. That's Boo Boo to me. I'm not up. I was there. G Unit was created in my living room. I don't want to with his food. I'm just saying, when you talk about Pennsylvania, my name was on the lease. Like,
name on the lease in Pennsylvania. G Unit started in her house. See what I mean? These hoes and shit, man.
But see, I heard about it. I heard it. It was told to me. Smurf told me. Smurf broke that whole thing down. He said that he came up there. Smurf told me that. He told me, he described it to me and everything. I asked him about Keith, do you remember? He said yes. So I know it's not. I know you held it back.
Smurf used to bring his baby mother Bianca, his son's mother had a daughter. I know Smurf very well. Smurf was a loyal person to him. He looked at this as if he was his father. Like, that's how I'm being honest. Smurf looked up to him like as if that was his father. I didn't understand it, but that's what he really did.
You cheated.
Yeah.
See, it's not
that's
funny.
life.
It's not,
I'm not. It wasn't.
I ain't gonna lie, Mr. Nico, I'm very disappointed in you. My heart just fell. Like,
why I keep bringing up she cheated? Who gives a fuck? Shit.
my heart just fell.
Okay.
So then, why would the nigga get mad? Why would the nigga get mad? You talk that, and that's taking accountability, yo. Flip, I fucked up, I cheated. Flip, I fucked up, I cheated. Flip, I fucked up and I cheated. Yeah. And now, accountability.
He got cheated. So, I don't feel like a woman could do the things that men do. Men could sleep with 10, 20 chicks and they're stud. Like, no, it's not that. But it's like, okay, like he has, I've been through a lot with him. He has cheated. He has taken chicks to MTV awards. Like, he has done a lot of stuff too.
I wasn't there for that.
Oh, I was there for that. So it's not.
And it said he sell text, he sell X, and he sell. Remember that song was born about the bar saying everybody drink the best champagne. It's all on me. Remember that shit, Mr. Nico? Or the post?
I understand it. I mean, when you young, when you thrust it into the public light, like your life just changes. I never forget we was in a hotel in Manhattan, and Chris Lighty knocked on the door, and he was like, he almost sold 1 million records within that week. And we just looked at each other like, damn, like, and then your life from there was just different. So everyone, it was a hard adjustment for everybody. Me, him, our relationship, our family. It was just a difficult situation. But when lines is crossed and communication is lost, something gets lost, and that's
Fuck the negative shit. What positive stuff you got to say about it? Positive
about him. He loved and helped me raise my daughter and treat her as if she was his own. That's a fact. We were very close, and minus the.
Do you miss him?
So he took care of a child that wasn't his, and he didn't want to take care of his own son. Make that make sense. The only way, like I said, she caused that friction between him and his son. So he took care of her daughter that wasn't his, but he cut his son off just for no reason, just because of you. Fuck out of here.
No. I miss what
you just lied again.
You not let me finish talking. Like, you just, oh my goodness, like, he has created so much turmoil that I don't. That's what he has created. Like, I always say to Marquise, like, if I looked at him the other day, I said, if your dad was, I spent a week over at his house. Like, Marquise does look like his dad, so you have a constant reminder because they have the same mannerisms, they eat the same, right. It's here. And I said to him, I said, it's so funny if you and your dad were speaking, y'all be best friends right now. Because the way Marquise, that's how they were, that's how they always were.
Yo,
so he said he won't be coming over here. I said, if you and your folks speaking, he'd be coming to see you, bothering you at you. I said, yes, he would. He would be somewhere up under your butt. I said, no. I said, trust me, your father would be over here coming to see you. Like, you miss, because I think to me, when you have a child with someone, only certain joys you can share with that person. It's
but
like,
do you miss him? Do you miss him? Do you miss him? Fuck all the negative shit. Do you miss him? In your heart, do you miss him? Come on, Mr. Nico.
We were really close. We were really close.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
No, I don't sit and look like,
oh, I wish you
would. I don't.
You're lying, Mr. Nico. You remember this, Mr. Nico? You remember this, Mr. Nico? Don't forget where you came from, Mr. Nico. Don't forget where you came from. me, Shaniqua? You remember this?
Oh. I can't hear it.
You don't know the words to this?
Money train.
I'll be when he's waking me up.
What's up with this Shaniqua?
Okay.
You know what? Listen, hold on.
Yeah, I don't think I want to hit you because I'm popular.
Baby, so good temperature.
That's cold. So how you don't know where you came from? You fucked up. You beat it. Fuck that. Your ass, shit.
All right, I'll holler at you later.
Yes, she did fucked up, but not because of cheating.
Give you a
They want terrorism.
Hey, yo, but Shaniqua, no, we're going to speak behind the scenes, but I know there's a lot of people trying to get you off the phone, but, you know, my opinion is my opinion. I respect yours.
And everybody has one. And I respect you, but don't think hype. I'm not. This is just hilarious. I really don't speak often. Like I don't. You know me. Like I only have one official interview. I just did one for my friend who has a podcast. Like I don't talk often. I may have my little spurts on Instagram when he says something, but I don't talk. But it's like, as adults, we all have to take accountability, and you can't play victim to circumstance that you created.
Now, everything she just said right there, she should be saying that to herself. These baby mama tests kill me when they try to use their guilt to be your guilt. They fuck up to be your fuck up. They didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing.
Like you just can't do that. Any place victim. It's like no, you have to be accountable. Like if you okay with not speaking to your son, that's on you. I speak to my son. I speak to him every day. My daughter and I were talking about today. We FaceTime. We're abnormally close. So it's up.
Son husband.
Oh, it's up to you.
Shaniqua, when he said you never had a hot gun in your waist or blood on your shoes because the nigga didn't say the what?
The wrong shit to you. Only you ain't been through what I've been through. Because you not like me and I'm not like you. I'm like an animal.
Yeah. Remember where you came from.
Okay. Alright.
Remember where you came from. I know I'm a little crazy. Or just I definitely, a lot of people think I'm biased. They're cursing me out on here, and I'll take that. I just feel like me, Queen Flip, like you said I don't know. I have a different outlook. Marquise has shared some things. This is why I say he's a strong kid. But I feel like it's a conversation between him and his father. I feel like it's a conversation between him and his father face to face. And I feel like the type of father, I met his father one time before. So a couple times. My cousin is wed. So I get that nigga. I feel like if he asks him, I feel like his father isn't man enough to keep it real. The question that he want to ask, fuck what the streets is saying or what you assuming. Just ask him straight up in a private conversation, a face-to-face one, not on the phone, not on that, a face-to-face. I feel that way, and I thought, you could go ask him. I know what you think, and we know what we hear. I heard the same thing. Go sit down and holler at him, cause just ask him. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel. But
I can only speak from my experience.
Oh God, you can't let me get the last word.
You know why I say that is because Marquise will laugh because Marquise, something will happen. Marquise, I say your father's gonna do this, that, and the third. Marquise thinks I'm a psycho. I was like, no, I know him. See, I know him. I know the real him. I've been with him at his most vulnerable time in his life to date. I know him. I know the behind the scenes. I know him. So Marquise has to make a decision on his own. Like I said, I don't discourage it. I don't think you should talk to him. I don't say that. If that's what you want to do, do it.
She already made that decision for him.
But did Marquise tell you? Because tell the people, did Marquise tell you that I was one of those people, like it's not about an interview, like I'd really be behind the scenes, like yo bro, like as a big
no, he said you really be for like, he said you really be for like to make peace with his dad. And I think you can't. That's on everybody saying what they're saying to me. See, I know the conversation Marquise and I had about you, so that's why I'm not so quick to disregard you because I know the conversation him and I had, and when a person is coming from a gen, from what I see, like a genuine space, like you don't just talk, like what do you get out of? I mean, I don't know, maybe you like, oh, like he got them two together. I don't know, but it's like it's a genuine
Like,
thing.
I'm doing pretty good for myself. Flip is good. I just feel like I watch it.
I heard of your show. Like somebody said to me, you should go on Queen's Flip. Marquise, matter of fact, Marquise put me on to your show with the interview of Bimmy. That's the first time I ever saw your show. And Marquise was laughing because I know Bimmy, and I was like, so I would say something before Bimmy would say it, I would say it, and Marquise was like, oh my God. So I was like, no, like I know who you are. I heard of your show.
I've known this for the years. I wanted to give Marquise, because I watched the comments and I wanted to. You see, I'm gonna just tell you this one thing. This is why I was mad. I'm gonna keep it real. I was mad at Marquise because he didn't come out and say that the picture that was with P2, he didn't take it intentionally. It was years ago. He let it fly under the radar and didn't say what really happened, because I knew what really happened. He didn't say, he let it and let his father come up with an opinion instead of just correcting it from the gate.
But why you knew what happened?
Let me finish.
What is his name? What is P2? What when you say P2, what is that? Like, I mean, I'm not.
I gave him that name. I gave him that name for Preem too. His name is Kyle. I gave him that name for Preem. I just gave him P2. What happened?
Okay, so Kyle, when the picture happened, if you knew what happened.
This is why I was mad at Marquise. You let your father say that comment. You could have corrected it a long time ago, because you didn't. The people that had something to do with that picture, they told me you ain't know what was going on. They said it. They said they know what's going on. That you let that formulate like you. He didn't know what was going on at all. And when you talk to Marquise, he's like, nigga, I would never do that. Nigga, I don't give a fuck if I'm fucking my father. I would never do that.
But he should know. He should know him. Oh, go ahead.
Marquise.
For those who don't know what they talking about, it was some years ago where Supreme, who son, took a picture with Marquise. Now, Marquise and the mom say they ain't know nothing about it. The son took a picture because a lot of people walk up and take pictures like a celebrity or whatever. But the Supreme did it. The son did it for beef, to cause friction with 50. And Marquise didn't come out and say, hey, I didn't know that was his my dad's shooter or my dad's shooter's son. They just let it fly. Now, he didn't know. The mom didn't know, but the thing is, when they found out what it was, they should have chimed in and said, hey, we didn't know. It was, you know what I'm saying, they didn't know no better. But instead they let it just ride out. And because of that, 50 assumed that he was hanging with the enemy, and you throwing it in my face. That's what I'm saying. And she finna make excuses why they didn't say. She talking about, well, he should have known better. That's his son. He don't know that son. Oh, he know he's manipulated by you. You could have told him to take the picture with him. He don't know his son like that no more. He been estranged for years. But like I say, she gonna justify, make excuses. He should have known better. He know that's his son bullshit. Nah. When you deal with a manipulated ass kid, you don't know if that's your son. You don't know what the fuck these motherfuckers will do.
Marquise said the same thing. He should know me, Flip, but not when it comes to the internet. He should know Marquise, but he just saw a picture of his fucking son and somebody else. So when I told him, I said, Marquise, you should have corrected that. Not saying nothing.
Okay, somebody on the inside says that. I'm gonna tell you who it is. I don't know if they're gonna get mad at me for saying this, but my daughter says that. My daughter always says, Mom, but he probably thinks, even though we know it's not, she said, Mom, but he probably thinks that. And I'm like, no, like.
Shout out to me. Shout out to her. We think alike. I raised her too. I raised her. It's my family. Your daughter, my family.
Now you heard what the daughter said. He probably think that y'all was all conspiring this shit. She the only one with the sense, her older daughter. And she said, no, that's what I say. These baby mama know what they be doing, man. I want y'all to hear that again. This the daughter, the older daughter talking about.
Okay, somebody on the inside says that. I'm gonna tell you who it is. I don't know if they're gonna get mad at me for saying it, but my daughter says that. My daughter always says, Mom, but he probably thinks, even though we know it's not, she said, Mom, but he probably thinks that. And I'm like, no, like.
Shout out to me. Shout out to her. We think alike. raised her too. I raised her. It's my family. It's sort of my family. I love her.
Mia said that he probably thinks that this is what's going on, but no one, we're not in communication. I said, yeah, but he should know better. That's just like Rick Ross came to me to want to do the same thing his baby mother did, and I didn't do it. So you should know that we don't play like that on this side. You know that.
But that's a difference. What I'm saying is that Marquise should have said something, though. I'm sorry. He should have said, you know what?
Okay.
He's a lie. Wait. A lion challenge becomes the truth. He had nothing to do with. He didn't know what was going on. I was told him.
I told him. I said I never know things to even have a son. I'm being real. I'm from South Jamaica. So who Freem is? I've never heard Freem having any children. And so I do. He should have said something, but he didn't want to. And I feel like, was I going to say something? And I feel like, no, I left up to Marquise. Now, see, I'm going to.
But you think that's right? But
now, mind you, at the time, Marquise was about a teenager. So, you know, she should have came out and said something. She's full of shit. She wanted this turmoil to be. She know what they were doing, man.
Do you think that's right? That's not right. Just because that's not right. He let an opinion become formulated because he said, I expect my father to know who I am, that I wouldn't do that. You could have corrected that with one word. You could have went, yo, nigga, I would never. You just stayed quiet.
Right.
And it sort of looked like you was trying to fight him. I told him it looked like that.
Right.
No.
Great Mama Terrori.
No, but I know Marquise. Marquise is like, so I don't feel like that's just how his. I was like, no, Marquise, you should say something. I was gonna say something. I said, but no, you know what? I had one of my cousins said to me like, no, Meek, let him handle that. Because it's a different. Marquise is a minor, and I'm saying something. But now he's a grown man. Like, let him. I was gonna say something. But I knew the picture wasn't. He didn't know Marquise. When Marquise, I remember the best that Marquise had on. I remember when I bought it. I remember when he went there to whatever it was, like a little. I don't think it was like a little some music.
Yeah, I know it's that. Oh God, bro, I know it's that. Yeah, I know it's that. I know. Yeah, you're right.
So it's like Marquise was in high school in that picture. Marquise was like, Mom, and then he telling me, he was like, Mom.
I thought he was a grown man. See, she said he was a grown man. And whoever that dumbass cousin said, let him make the decision. He wasn't a grown man. Like I said, he was a teenager. He was in high school. He wasn't even 18. So if he was ignoring the internet, say I ain't entertaining that shit, she should have came out and said, no, I wasn't like that. He didn't know. We didn't know. You know, or she could have called 50 personally or text him, whoever, and try to, you know, saying, tell the truth, and it's a lie. It was, they was sent off, whatever. But no, she don't say nothing. She let it ride. Son, husband. She know he ain't gonna give a fuck. So of course she ain't gonna give a shit. It was to make him look bad. I told you these bitches ain't shit.
It was enough.
And the people who you want to know who's in the picture, it was Supreme's son. Supreme was the one who put a hit out on 50 Cent back in the day when he got shot up.
The guy with him came up to me and said, "Oh, my friend want to take a picture with you." And he took and I said, "No problem." Marquise gets people asking him to take pictures with him all the time. Marquise didn't think anything of it, and he took the picture.
Yeah, exactly. And that wasn't right though.
But if that happened, if that was Marquise, and it was someone that I didn't know, I wouldn't think that was Marquise.
Mr. Shaniqua, it wasn't right because Marquise should have said something. He let it because of whatever issue. Yo, bring me a charger quickly. Yeah. For whatever issue that he had, he let it linger. That's fucked up. That whole shit blew out of proportion. And that was fucked. I watched it play out, and I didn't get it. I mean, I told him, I said, Marquise, I didn't get why you did that. I just don't. I said I get it, but
that's not what but that was like to know Marquise. That's how he is. Like for him to even want to.
Now she said that's how he is, and if that's how he is, you should have stepped in as a parent, as a mother, and eliminate the situation and say that was not true. We didn't know who dude was. We didn't know Supreme had a son. He took a picture, thought he was a fan. It ain't like that, 50. But as I was saying, these baby mama tears are not going to interfere with that. When they see turmoil and dysfunction, they want that to linger on because she's not happy. So she don't want her son happy around the dad because she can't be around the dad. That's what I'm talking about, man.
I'm surprised. That's how. Look, I'm the same way. But I don't care. Like, who cares what you You just
But
that's
Shaniqua,
what I
of a situation like that, looking like that, really, you was there. What you talking about, man? You're supposed to understand how everybody else. You was there. Yeah, that's it.
I don't know. I just.
Oh, you wasn't there no more. You wasn't there no more.
No, I wasn't there when he went to that function. I was not.
No, I mean
there.
you was there when the scenarios happened.
Oh yeah, I was there. And I said, well, he's like, you're not going to that, and he's like, no, I don't care. And that's just who he is. Like that's who he is as a person. But to me, I'm disappointed in his father. Why would you think that he would do something like that on such a sensitive?
So she disappointed in the father because you should know better. I don't know that manipulated motherfucker. No, I don't know him. You only know your child when you're around that child, raise that child from beginning to the end. But if I ain't seen and been around my son in 5 years, 10 years, I don't know what this motherfucker capable of. Like I say, you might set me up to get killed. You manipulated. You a son husband. You hate me. You bad about me. You down me. We arguing on the internet, threatening each other and all that shit. Why would I know you? I don't know what the fuck you're capable of. And when you're dealing with a manipulated ass teenager, you don't entertain no shit for no goddamn kid. That motherfucker set you up for failure because he's doing what she say do. Small world, your Supreme 10. Hope that wasn't you in the photo. Just joking. Shout out to him for the $20 contribution. This female is all over the place with her comments, of course. She's mad because 50 replaced her with a spicy Latina at Shaniqua on full display. Facts. 100%, man.
Add that. No matter if I deal with you or not.
I'm telling you that you was there when it happened in reality back in the day. That's what I'm talking about. So you know how to.
Oh no, I was actually there.
Exactly. So I'm talking about that. And for you to, sometimes you gotta put the hammer down, Miss Shaniqua. That's why shout out to Mia. She understood. You gotta put the hammer. You should have put the hammer down. You should have. Boom. Grab me. Boom. No, you wrong. No, wrong. Crazy. And I was and I told Monkey, that's how it started. I said, you bugged out, Monkey. You bugged out. You're bugged out for letting that even go there. Why wouldn't you explain yourself? Why wouldn't you explain? You don't know anybody else's motive. You don't know anybody else's motive. You don't know anybody else's motive. He should have said something.
Well, I gotta put you down to my charge, my phone is dying, but God listening to it.
No, she tried looking stupid on social media and on that live, so she rather just let the phone look at the ceiling.
Yeah. He should have said something. You can't make no excuses. You can't make you. And
it's not making no excuses. No, it's called letting you when you're in a transition.
No, say what people wrong, Mr.
You have to let them handle things. So I was always gonna give. I don't feel like he was wrong not having to explain to the public what was going on. That's his personal preference.
She know what the fuck he talking about. I ain't talking about explaining to the public. He's talking about explaining to 50. They don't talk on the phone, so at least he do go on social media so he get the win of what he's saying to justify the bullshit that happened in the photo. Man, these dumbass
wrong or right. That's what he chose to do.
Yo, Mr. Shaniqua, you turned to an Instagram, bro.
No, I'm not. This is what our parents, my children would say. I don't get involved in their relationship. I tell them my opinion and what from my opinion.
She don't get involved in a relationship, but she tell them opinions. I told you that these bitches ain't shit. She don't get involved, but tell her opinions. And her opinions are manipulation.
You take what you want. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Just like I'm not gonna tell him what to do with his father. If you want to see your dad, if you want to try to foster the relationship or build or whatever, if you feel like you should, okay. I'm going to support you in whatever you want to do. That's the kind of parent that I am. But you have to make certain decisions.
We know what type of parent you is.
You have to make.
Shaniqua.
For yourself as an adult, like I feel like with his father, he should know better than that. Because he knows whether his father wants to admit it. Let me finish. Whether his father wants to admit it publicly or not, like I said, we live our lives. he knows it's things that I could have done to him that I did not do to put him on blast or for monetary gain, and he knows that. So to me, it's like he knows, and he would say, oh, that's his mother's child. You know what? That is his mother's child. Marquis' moral compass is definitely comparable to mine.
Right, because you manipulated to be that way. Son, husband, a stupid ass blue pill, Cape simp sucker ass, Captain Saver ass sucker, a fool. So, like she said, that's her mini me. That's what I'm saying. These bitches don't never come out and say, yeah, I got my son trained on lock. They just try to come around, try to dress it up to be something totally different. But when you read between the lines, she's basically telling you how she really is without telling you how she really is. Dumb whore.
That's his fault. He was just like his fault. He was nothing like you.
I said his moral compass.
Son, husband.
His look. I said his moral compass.
Calm down with the tone, please. You was doing nice. Don't put your phone down.
So I'm saying with his moral compass, so he knows like that wasn't the case. So it's like, come on, like, so you should know your child better enough to know that with such a sensitive subject as that, it don't get no more sensitive than that. That wasn't the intention.
He let it know,
and
but
then
Marquis is wrong.
Of your interview.
Yeah.
I can hear you. What you say?
You saw a little bit of my interview. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I saw a little bit of your interview with Kyle. You said his name is Kyle. Kyle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
With Kyle, and was you on him for? And you knew what it was. Was you on him the way you should have been?
Yeah, I was. You crazy? Yes, I was. I'm on everybody. I'm fair around the board.
No, I'm saying you saying that you knew what the picture really was. That you knew behind the scenes. You knew that Marquis didn't know him. Marquis didn't take it.
Kyle told me that himself. Kyle told me that before I did the interview. Kyle told me that privately.
That's what I said. So I'm saying with you knowing that information, what did you say to him during that interview pertaining to the picture?
You gotta go watch it. I definitely got at him. Like, that was fucked up. That was wrong. I think it's wrong. I think that is a wrong thing. I think that shit is such a sensitive subject. And I'm like, yo, Keys, come on, bro. You could have just said one thing. I told Keys, me and Keys was talking today. Because they were talking about this boxing match and they trying to put me in the middle. I got nothing to do. I'm like, yo, Keys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got nothing to do with that and shit like that. And I said, Keith, you know what? A lot unchallenged becomes the truth. You always stay quiet, bro. Stop staying quiet.
That's smart.
And that's why us as men have to stop being quiet. See what happens when you be quiet, you make things worse than they have to be. You think you down, you think you're diffusing the situation, or you thinking that you're not making it worse than it have to be, but you really is. And of course, you're gonna say that's how he is. That's how he was raised to be. That's how he's raised to be because of you.
But that's
I got it.
That's who he is.
I got it. But it's like,
shout out to Morton. She needs to manipulate her son so becomes her provider later in life. Yeah.
Fight your father for
LeBron James.
But if you had a relationship, your father didn't cross the lines of communication, then you would know that that's not the case. You get mad when he talks to his father gets mad when he talks to anybody from his past. Floyd has been around Marquis since he was a child. That has always been Uncle Floyd. You bring these people around, then you're mad at him for still communicating with them. But you
don't disrespecting him. Family first, Miss Shaniqua. You just said you raised
family first, but when Floyd and cool Marquis to make sure he's and checked up on him after he need anything, even though Marquis has never taken anything from Floyd. Floyd will call it and ask Marquis, is he okay? Do he need anything? But his own father don't.
Despite his father.
Well, if your father was around the way he should, nobody would.
No, that's wrong. But they do it despite his father. You know that, man. You from the streets.
See, when it comes to Floyd, I feel like Floyd was a good friend to his father. So I don't think that did things to spite him. That's just my opinion.
Who better friend? Floyd?
See how she justified the ops still hanging around the son? Now them 50 ops and you justifying making excuses. I told you they would set you up for failure. They would set their kill for failure. Anything to make him mad or hurt. You know what I'm saying? Stress, piss. These bitches don't give a fuck about you, black men. Men, period. That's why, like I said, you gotta keep your veins on ice. Leave these bitches alone. And if the sun gotta be cut off, then you do the same shit. Walk on by like Isaac Hayes, this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
You said or bang him?
Yeah. You know what
oh, bang him. I think bang him. I mean, because bang him put his life on the line.
Do Bangum call Marquise to try to involve Marquise anything pertaining to 50?
I think if Bangum had his number or a way to get in contact with Marquise, he would call him and see if he's okay.
No, he would not. No. He would call him, but not to call him and put him on black. No, I spoke to Smart. I went to Trinidad and saw him. He never did. He said certain things I won't do. These niggas do that to spite 50. That's it. I'm being honest.
No, I didn't say no. I believe Smurf the way Smurf fabric is. I don't feel like he would do that with malice intent. But what I'm saying to you, I feel like if he had a line of communication with him, he would. I feel like he would call him.
He would call it. Look, he would call it tripping. But I spoke to Smurf and stuff. He said, "So I'll never play like that. Certain things I wouldn't do." We know how, he said, I know how 50 years, not saying I give a fuck for certain lines I would cross. Because 50 is Talib's godfather. He know how all that it is. Right. And that is what. So they doing this shit to spite his father. And I feel like it's wrong that nobody says anything like, yo, Keith. I told Keith that. And that's how it happened. Keith is
but
an old man.
That, but they'll have a bromance where they talking and they don't talk. They talk and they talk. He'll talk to one before he talks to Marquise. But I'm still saying I'm lost with that. So if you feel like that's your friend and he would try to spite you by getting yourself involved, why would you even speak to him?
I'm talking about the picture.
Oh, the picture. Oh,
Deflect.
That's something different. Like the picture that was just
Deflect.
The picture was just some sucker shit to me. That was just straight sucker shit.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Why don't you hold, that shit was taken when Marquise was like a fucking, how old, 16, 15? Why don't you hold
probably like 15, yeah.
Why don't you hold Marquise accountable and said, yo, Marquise, you should have said something. Just like his sister said. Yo, Keith, you should have said something, Keith. Why would
she didn't say no. Don't put words in my mouth. No, Mia didn't say you should have said something. Mia just said she could understand Boo Boo's perspective, as in like he probably don't know. Like she said, like he probably just thinks this way, like but he really don't know what's going on. She just feel like he just doesn't know what's going on. That's what she said. She didn't say what she just say something. Huh?
She said the same shit I'm saying.
Right. She just said that. Yeah, but she didn't say like, oh no, you should have said something. He just saying like he just don't. She could see where sometimes she feel like he lines are blurred because she feel like he don't know because no one speaks to him, so he doesn't know what's going on.
All right, all right. And the last thing I gotta say is all I'm asking you is that you have this way of thinking now that like you ain't. I feel like with all due respect, you ain't grow up like that. You formulated that. You formulate that mind frame. You didn't grow up like that. You understand where the father coming from. You being from the streets. You being there from day one. And certain things that you allow to happen, and of course you leave it to Marquise because he's grown. You allow to happen. You're not saying, you know what, I agree with that or that's wrong. You just like, oh, he got it. No, wrong is wrong.
Right.
That shit was a serious situation.
But that's the problem with parenting. Everywhere we grew up, that doesn't make it right though. That's the point. It does not make it right. Like I said, to me in the black community.
What was the worst thing that happened to you as from a female or somebody? Like you ever had a fight and got hurt badly?
No.
You never got a fight. Okay.
I got into a fight, but I didn't get hurt badly. I mean, I had some scratches, but I never got hurt badly.
Okay. I don't want to ask for some questions that happen exactly.
Shout out to Julius.
I think you're gonna throw shots, so let me just.
No, I won't. I don't know, but I might not willing to answer. But I'm just saying to you is that I feel like in the Black community, abuse has become so normalized from parents that it's okay. Like I said, I don't curse at my children.
She just changed the subject again. Now it's about abuse, even though she won't call out the bullshit her son did, being quiet and her not trying to diffuse the situation.
I don't demean them, and I'm a very straightforward person.
No, you're not straightforward.
I was like, oh, this not for you. You know, I don't hold no punch. Like, I just feel like it's a difference between being real and being abusive. And I feel like in the Black community, it's like your parents cannot take care of you. They cannot be around. They can talk to you all kind of way. You supposed to be, oh, because that's my parent. It's okay.
Timothy Johnson was good, bro.
Because I have some friends I see they baby father talk crazy to their kid. I'm like, you let that nigga talk crazy? Ain't no nigga talking crazy like that to my kid. I don't care if father or not. You can discipline. Discipline and being abusive is two different things. I don't know, because I have a right to discipline.
So talking shit to your child means you being abusive. These motherfuckers. Manipulation is abuse.
When you, as a mother, I don't have a right to mistreat you.
But Miss Shaniqua, I'm gonna be real. You more of a friend. You act like you're more of a friend. And his mother.
Ask Marquis if he thinks I'm a friend. I become friendly with him as an adult child. Ask him if I'm his friend.
Bullshit.
You ask him that. Anybody who knows me and my parenting, I'm not your friend. No, I become friendly with.
But I'm just questioning you. He already told me his answer already.
Yeah, no, I'm the one who's a disciplinarian. I'm the one who's a disciplinarian. Like his father would be the one, like, oh, Marquis, you could say a curse word on the stage. Like he used to have fun with his dad. I'm a disciplinarian, so I'm not. No, it's just that when you have a parent who threatens your life on Instagram, on the internet.
It's the internet.
Oh shit.
Good grammar and spelling are important, but if you want to write essays that inspire.
What?
My bad.
I believe
I'm talking about the picture.
Because he feel like he don't know, because no one speaks to him, so he doesn't know what's going on.
My fault.
All right, but why? All right, and the last thing I gotta say is, all I'm asking. I think you're gonna throw shots, so let me just.
No, I don't know, because I have a right to discipline you as a mother. I don't have a right to mistreat you.
But Mr. Nick, I'm gonna be real. You more of a friend. You act like you're more of a friend. And his mother.
Ask Marquis if he thinks I'm a friend. I become friendly with him as an adult child. Ask him if I'm his friend. You ask him that. Anybody who knows me and my parenting, I'm not your friend. No, I become friendly with him.
But I'm just questioning you. He already told me his answer.
Now, notice he said, he gave me an answer already. He talked to him. So he wouldn't have came out and told her, you seem like more of a friend than a parent, if Marquise didn't say she's more like a friend than a parent. And she didn't even get what he was saying. Should have read between the lines, but this bitch just steady talking and talking, cutting him off and shit, that it just went over her head.
Yeah, no, I'm the one who's a disciplinarian.
Yeah, right.
I'm the one who's a disciplinarian.
Shit,
like
okay.
His father would be the one, like, oh, Marquis, you could say a curse word on the stage. Like he used to have fun with his dad. I'm a disciplinarian, so I'm not. No.
You a manipulator.
When you have a parent who threatens your life on Instagram, on the internet.
It's the internet, man. Stop. Like, if we
stop threatens to shoot you on the internet. Do you realize that? Don't act like you forgot that. Say that he don't care if you get hit by a bus. Like, who says that about their kids? Who says that about? I'm not even gonna say kids, because I was always taught. One thing I was taught is not proper to call your children kids. The kids are billy goats. That's what my uncle used to always say. Who would disrespect their child like
This
that?
Shaniqua Instagram, that's not reality. Let the Instagram go.
Oh,
Get out
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that on Instagram or behind closed doors. I don't talk to my children like that. I never forget. I just saw a meme. It was so funny. It was a meme on Instagram. You know how they put the first letters? It's like you had a black parent and said, it says, if you don't get your motherfucking ass in the house, something like that. So I sent it to my daughter. I said, Mia, what is it saying? She said, I don't know. And then I told her what it said. She said, oh, but you didn't talk to us like that. I don't disrespect my children. It's not about, I discipline them, but I don't disrespect them.
People said I got excuses for 50. Do you feel I have excuses for him?
Yes, I do.
Wow, Machine, you just said you rock with me. Now I got excuses?
But no, that's the difference. I can have a difference with you, but that don't mean I don't rock with you because we have a difference in opinion. See, we have a.
I didn't hear him nan in this video make any excuse for 50 except she cheated. You deserve to get cut off. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a shit about the cheating. I'm only talking about the baby mama terroristic and the manipulation and child support, everything else she lied about. But the only thing he took 50 side on was, you know what I'm saying, was the cheating. Yeah, you're right, y'all. She's just rambling. She's just rambling. That's what these whores do. That's what these baby mama terrorists do, y'all.
I do think you make excuses, sir.
I mean, my bad. I meant to say make excuses. It's about her cheating and him. You fucked up. That's your fault. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, nah, he won't make no excuse. He's trying to be a good guy to bring two men to come to a common ground and hopefully build a relationship. She's not trying to do that shit. She don't give a fuck about a relationship. She don't want them to have a relationship. That's why she did the things she did, because she jealous that 50 was able to move on, live his life, and she don't think she can talk about his boo-boo and what she did in the past.
I based that because you don't know the real story.
Right.
I know the real story.
You a baby mama terrorist, bitch.
I do.
No, you know his version of the story. You don't know the real story.
Marquise told me, but it doesn't change the fact that, yo, you need to go holler at your pop. It doesn't change the fact that, yo, bro, you have a face-to-face conversation, tell them how you feel. As a man, that got man shit. That's what men do.
Right.
You a man now. Fuck the ego shit. That's what I said. That's number one. Number two, I said that picture shit, you were wrong for that.
Right.
Why? You were wrong for that because you allowed that shit to linger and linger and linger and not make any corrections.
Right.
That's wrong. I don't give a fuck what nobody.
I don't think that was a malice against his dad. I don't think he purposely let it linger like, oh, I don't care what that nigga thinks. Marquise has never said like, I don't care what that. He said, I don't care what people think. Like, cause you know, like you have the internet gangsters. They come behind a fake profile. You know, the Sunday night quarterback. They sit on the sideline saying what play you should make in the game or behind a fake profile. He said he didn't care what.
You get tired, y'all.
Excuses are the tools for the weak and incompetent.
Say that again.
Excuses are the tools for the weak and incompetent. They build and lead bridges to nowhere.
I don't think it's. I'm not giving him an excuse. I'm telling you.
Yes, you are.
As a person, I'm not giving him an excuse. I'm telling you who. I'm not saying it's right or wrong and indifferent. I'm telling you the person that.
Say it's wrong. Say it's wrong. Say it's wrong. Say it's wrong.
I don't think he was wrong. I don't think he was wrong for that. He got to choose to live his life and say what he's going to say or when he's ready to say it. He has to be ready to speak his truth when he's ready. He should not let the internet dictate what he should feel. Or he should not let his father's feelings dictate what he feels when his father chose not to talk to him since he was 15. That was his choice.
Yes, it was his choice to get rid of the dysfunction and manipulation and baby mama terrorism. Yes, sure was. Fuck him. It was his choice. And he ain't made a complaint yet about it. So I don't know what the fuck she keep bringing it up. Like he making an issue saying, woe is me. And she's saying, oh, that's on you. No, he said, it's on you. Your L. Dumbass motherfucker, bitch.
How did you feel about the picture then? Your personal opinion.
She didn't give a fuck.
That shit pissed me off. I was so pissed.
Exactly. That's the end.
I was so pissed. So pissed.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
And you know why?
But I wasn't pissed at Marquise.
You know the principles and the morals.
I wasn't pissed at Marquise because I know like that. Well, as you know, the boy told you that it was some Like, oh, let me take a picture. Like, that's Marquise. I didn't even know who that was. Not this Marquise. Which I'm so surprised that Marquise. I'm being honest. I've never heard of Preem having any children ever. I've never heard of that. And I'm not being funny. I've never heard that. I've never heard of Preem having any children. And I still don't. I really don't believe it.
It is. Hey, Mr. Nicholas, whoa, don't do that. Don't do that. It is. Let it go. Let's move on. That is the son. Let's move on.
The reason why I say I don't believe it, if you could post you could post any picture of anybody else. I've never seen him post a picture of him and his father.
Oh, Mr. Nicholas, please stop. Please, I'm asking you. Do not do that.
Have you seen it? Have you seen a picture?
Mr. Nicholas, please stop. And I don't want to fuck with him like that right now because he keeps disrespecting me. But I'm not gonna let. Please stop. Please.
I'm asking you. How do we
I'm
know?
answering that question.
I'm asking you.
I'm not answering that question. I'm not answering that question. But that's wrong, Mr. Nicholas. Mr. Nicholas, hello, hold on, wait, I got a call. Hello, Petty? Mr. Nicholas related to you? It's Petty. She said she knows you.
That's not being petty. That's not being petty.
Oh, this nigga.
That's not being petty.
The hell it ain't.
That's not being petty. I don't know. How is that being petty?
Because you're a big mama terrorist.
My answer that has nothing to do with me. About pictures of nut. I know that's his father, and I want to move on about that. But what I want to say to you is that.
Okay, so that's his father.
Mr. Nico, you are petty. Wow. I didn't even know you was like this. What the fuck?
What's the milk? How you didn't know?
Petty. That's real shit. That's real shit. I can post. My father went to jail when I was 6 months. No, I want to say this. My father went to jail when I was 6 months old. He came home when I was 5. I can post right now, losing all my pictures in the fight. I can post right now pictures of me on a visit with my father right now. I'll post on Throwback Thursday.
All right, Mr. Nico, let's move on.
Okay.
I know you miss him. Everything will come together one day.
I don't know why you're speaking for.
She only missed what she could have had if she fucked up on. She don't miss 50.
For me, but okay. Okay.
Look at the camera. I can tell. You can't hide that smile.
No, I'm smirking right now, but okay. I'm charging my phone because now my phone is like, yeah, but okay.
Everybody calling you.
Yeah, and I can't find. I used to charge my phone through my computer, and I can't find my connection where I can still talk on the phone. But yeah, it's just an unfortunate situation.
Mr. Nico, real quick, how many people called you today?
A lot. Some people I haven't even heard from in a while. Like that's what's so funny. Like everybody's just like, get off the live. But it's like, no, sometimes I agree. I really agree with that thing. I have spent so long sometimes not saying anything. It makes it like it's factual because you don't dispute it. You don't say anything. Even though you're not allowing me to dispute, like, when it gets to the real facts, you want to be like, move on. But no.
See how she putting on him like he ain't letting her answer the question when she won't even answer the motherfucker.
I say that because Mr. Niqua is not a bashing situation. You're not saying it from a standpoint.
Yeah, but you gotta know what it is to come to that point. It comes to this point because of certain incidents in his experience he had with his parents. Period. That's behind the walls that nobody don't see. That I have still not spoken about. Like he was there. He lived it. He was there. He lived it. So I don't care what anybody says. He lived it.
Be advised for Marquise.
Facts.
That's my son.
Exactly. Being advised because I spoke to him, and I'm happy. I like him even more now. The fact that he defended me, because people were saying in the comment, Flip, them niggas don't know I'm behind the scenes saying I'm not doing nothing. There's nothing to gain. I'm like, Keys, Keys, come on, Keys. Like, Keys told me something that bothered him. Something that I don't want to, and I gave him to talk about it, but he said that bothered him. I'm like, just holler at him. You can get in contact with him. Everybody know that. Give him a call.
But I feel like but the thing is so crazy. I feel like it bothers y'all more than it bothers anybody else. And everyone is living their lives.
No, that's not.
Now, even though he just said shit that bothers her son, she say, I feel that it bothers y'all more than it bothers him. That's a fucking shame, boy. Just keep listening to this.
And being productive. Everyone is living their lives.
Marquise, that's a defense mechanism. This is why you said they need psychology, a therapist. That's a defense mechanism you're going through. You're wrong for saying that, but
it's not a defense mechanism. When you only can control what you can control. That's not a defense mechanism. I'm not going to worry about things that I have no control of. I only can control what I can control. So if I can only control what I can control, it comes to a point you have to move on from it.
The only thing she can control is her son.
You have to live your life. Life don't stop living because they don't speak. Like Marquise, like he still gotta live his life and grow and be like his life don't stop. Life don't stop. He's not the he's not God. He's not the beat or he ain't the first farmer that don't speak. That he ain't gonna be the last. Like life don't stop. Life don't stop. Marquise has a loving family. He has a mother who he damn sure knows that love him and gonna be there for whatever and whenever and however.
Even though Marquise told him that it's question that he want to ask his father, and she still deflects. She even deflect what her own son said. These bitches ain't shit.
Life don't stop. Like if you got two good parents, you great. If you got one, you still good, and he's good. He's more than like my mother would say. He's better than black. When you don't use the line, he's better than black.
Okay. All right.
You gotta move on. Like if you can't, like I said, you can control what you can control.
But when I tell fathers to move on because you can't control, you can't fix something that you can't control, you can't change something you can't control. I'm wrong, evil, low life, deadbeat, sleeping on the couch, run for child support, and hate my mama black and everything else. But she just said the same shit that I said, but she's staying on some baby mama terroristic shit. They can move on however they choose and please, but we move on. It's a sin.
I can only control what I
fuck
can
out of here.
And if I want to be like, oh my gosh, oh boo and Marquise don't speak. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna be in a straight jacket. Oh my, no, life
she don't give a fuck about
life goes on. Like my father saying, the beat goes on. Life goes on.
Can you leave here and tell the people that I'm not biased?
Nope.
I think you're a little biased, though, Cliff. I do. I don't think your intention. I don't think you have malintention. That I don't know. I don't know you, but I'm just judging from the conversation Marquise and I had about you behind quote unquote the scenes that you would say. But bias, I think. Yeah, or I just think you're just talking from your life experiences. People can only sometimes talk from their life experiences. And maybe you would if your father did those things to you, maybe you would talk to him. And a lot of children do. I see parents just do them dirty. Oh, I love my daddy. He's the best. I love my mom. And I'm looking like, whoo, I feel bad for you because that's not love. I've seen parents manipulate their children. I've seen all of that.
I know you did see it, bitch, because you did it. So of course you seen it. Your mama did it to you, and you did it to your son.
That's not love to me.
And
a lot of people think more of their parents.
You heard what he's finna say.
I've seen that a lot too. They think more of their parents than they really should.
And you ain't used your hardship that you went through with 50 to sort of like explain to Marquise. You kept Marquise completely out of it where he doesn't formulate his own opinion.
Absolutely. Marquise just recently started asking me questions about me and his family.
Oh, fucking lie.
I just started divulging.
Lie.
That I didn't even want to do.
Lie.
All right, cool. It was great talking to you.
He's done. He's done.
You have yours, I think, behind the scenes.
He's done. He's tired.
we can speak if you want to. If not, then.
Well, we definitely can speak. I mean, for me, like I'm really happy that I don't care what people think, but I want you. If I feel like you're coming from a genuine place, I want you to get a better understanding of who I am. See, that's the thing. You don't.
He know what you are, just like we all do.
You don't know me. You still cheated, girl.
I own it.
Fuck the cheating.
I did. I'm not smiling. It wasn't funny.
Let me see. Let me see your face. Let me see your face. Let me see.
No, what I'm saying to you is
Let me see. Let me see your face.
If it was up to me, I never would have cheated. And he, at that point in time in my life, he was my be all and end all. And that's anybody who knows us knows how close we were. Everybody knows how I felt about him. Everybody knows how he felt about me. Like it wasn't like that. It wasn't the way you're trying to make it seem, and it wasn't like that. And
cheating is cheating, Miss Shaniqua.
Okay. I cheated. I told you I said I didn't lie about it. I said it. I cheated.
Can you come to the screen real quick?
Oh my God. You want me to come to the screen real quick? Why do you want me to I gotta sit back and go on bed? Now you want me because I gotta sit lowly down so I can charge my phone. What do you want to know?
Why are you smiling?
It was funny.
Can I ask you a question?
The things that you cried about in the past, you could laugh about later.
When Rick Ross contacted you, did you have a conversation with him, or you didn't even entertain the conversation?
No, I didn't have it. Of course, the person that they sent, I'm not going to say who it is, it's somebody I respect from the hood. When it was brought to me, I talked to that person because I wanted to see, like this is not even real. So he's telling the person, like, yeah, he burnt the house down, I'll buy another one. You know, like,
I'm out.
He said it in the song. So I'm like,
Another bullshit shot.
You entertained to see what they're gonna say. I'm like, nah, this ain't for me. Like, one thing about it.
You entertain the conversation. It's a rap.
I talked to a person who I know who it came through. I didn't entertain. I never spoke to her.
All right. Any final words before I let you go? Because it's gonna be a long. I already know my phone's been going on, but I changed my number. So yeah.
I don't have anything to say, but you just wish everyone the best, and life it goes on.
I'm gonna teach you something from I'm 33 years old. I'm gonna tell you something. It's okay to admit that you miss somebody. It shows growth, Miss Shaniqua. And if you want to show growth, it's okay.
Oh my God! I would say if I miss it. Okay, go ahead.
It's okay to say you miss somebody.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to show growth, it's good. Like, yeah, I miss him. It's okay. Bangum Smurf told me, yo, Flip. Yeah, my nigga, like I miss certain situations. Yes, before, and he told me that I asked him the same question privately and publicly.
I said that to you. I said I miss certain things about we were very close. I said that to you.
All right, that's it. Let's leave it like that. I don't want you to add on to it.
I said when you say do I miss him currently, like things when you cross certain lines and you just can't come. No, I don't. Like when you could cross certain lines. Like I feel like no matter what, when you have a child with someone, they're like your family.
Do you love them?
When you have a kid with someone, they're like your family. False. If we on bad terms, we hate each other. I hate you. You did some grimy ass shit. We ain't family shit. The fuck I want that shit.
Do you love him?
Father, no, not the mom because of my son. No.
So you do love him.
Not with the line because of my child.
Listen, what you said. There's a stipulation of why you don't love him.
Because you didn't let me finish. I feel like when you have a child, it's sort of like your extended family to a certain extent. Like my daughter's father, like his niece had a wedding, and his brother, like I've known him since I was 13. His family. I went to the wedding. We could sit, we could laugh. I was like, it's nothing bitter. It was so funny. My baby father is sitting in the middle. I'm to the left of him. His current wife is to the right of him, and everybody's laughing and joking. You know why? Because I don't care. Once I leave a person, I don't look back.
You a motherfucking lie. You been looking back for the last 10 years, bitch, and you still talking about 50. You a motherfucking lie. Like I tell y'all, man, a motherfucker say fuck you, but your action shows. You can say fuck you all day long, but if your action shows differently, then you're lying. Her action shows differently for all this lies and manipulating and talking over him and all that jive, man. She's in her feelings. She mad she didn't get the benefit of all the money he had. Mad she fucked her. Maybe because she cheated and he cut her ass off. I don't know. Mad because it didn't break 50. And he kept them veins cold. He ended up being a cold hard ass nigga. That's why a lot of bitches don't like him. They call him an asshole piece of shit. And I feel like a 50 because I had to get my veins cold and watch my hands move on. disloyal. I can't trust no loyal ass, manipulator ass kid. Fuck that shit.
I don't.
Okay, Miss Shaniqua, let me tell you something. The one thing you can't do is erase history. You can't erase that. You
No,
can't.
like I said,
So I see it all over your face. I see the love all over your face.
I've been through some of the worst things in my life with him. With my mother's job, we was together. Like we were tight. The same thing he been through.
I see it in your face.
I'm laughing. You're laughing.
No, I'm not. Look, I'm not my face. Look. I see the love right in your face. It's okay.
I see your eyes. You got happy eyes. I see it.
Happy eyes. Fuck out of here.
I see it.
All right, Mr. Nico.
You can't create something that's not there. It's just like, you just wish everybody move on, be happy. That's what I say. Everybody move on, be happy.
Okay, Mr. Nico.
Be happy. Cause that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna live.
All right. Well, thank you for getting you up, and we'll speak another time, okay?
All right. Nice talking to
you.
you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I gotta go. I got things to do. Queen Split, appreciate y'all niggas for being here. Let me thank the people thanks to GTC Kid, Ming No.
We ain't gotta hear all that. But shout out to him for sticking on long as he could with this baby mama terrorist. I know it was a hard journey, but I thank him for putting it out there. And I thank her for exposing her truth, even though she's lying, manipulating everything else. This live was 3 hours. I apologize, but I want to do a part 3 to this shit. But this how these baby mama terrorists roll. 20 years down the line, this is still how they roll. 50 years down the line, this is still how they roll. They're always gonna blame the man for they fuck up. They're gonna make excuses why they son weak, suckers, and in jail, out of jail, getting treated like shit. They're gonna say it's the father's fault. I do not blame 50 for washing his hand and move on. That's why I played that video clip that he did, and he said he don't see it happening. I can't love nobody that don't love me. Hey, he been around him, but he talking about you following me and shit. Nobody got time for no shit like I'm some dude on the street. So I don't blame him. But at the same time, Marquise say he got questions. But his ego, and I don't think it's the ego. I think it's more the baby mama terrorist. Because evidently he confined with this brother for a while. Long conversation before they did the online. How they met, I don't know. But that boy is hurt. He's hurt. But this baby mama terrorist manipulated him. And I believe that boy did say his mama was more of a friend. And but the thing about it is he's so stuck on his mama, he would never go against her. That's all to it, But y'all keep them veins cold because a lot of y'all went through this shit and y'all still going through this shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Fly Boy. He say you covered a lot of great factors as we move along. Yeah, I just want to put this shit out there. You know what I mean? Because these bitches will always make excuse on why things that they did to justify, you know what I mean, as far as put them on child support, alienating for the son, lying and staying his name, deflect, cut a person off, change the subject. She did all that shit. And she is no different than the rest of them. She's just like the rest of them. She getting $800,000. I mean, yeah, she got $800,000 altogether for 10 years, and she say that's MTA money. And she says that you don't have to. Child support is not to be saved; it's to be spent. Anybody that see it from the beginning, please watch from the beginning and watch half of it. You will see. I'll tell you, these bitches do not love their kids. They all they worry about is hurting the father, or getting back at the father, or setting them up for failure. That's why I say, if y'all dealing with some manipulated ass kids and you getting sick and stressed and losing everything behind it, wash your hands and move on. Because it's not worth it. I don't care how much they try to talk shit and make excuses and try to bash you and all that fuck shit and call you deadbeats. Fuck them. Timothy say more men need to hit his channel. You're doing God's work. I realize that, bro. I am doing God's work. I'm the head of the table, and I'm gonna continue to do God's work. We baby mama Terrori's bounty hunters in this bitch, and we hunt these motherfuckers down and setting these bitches up for failure. We ain't going. We ain't taking this shit no more. 2021 and beyond. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, bitch. They all will be exposed. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up. It's been a long, long week. This was a long live, but it had to be, had to be done. I appreciate y'all, supporting the cause, tuning in, donating. But I'm doing a live tomorrow about 12 o'clock noon Central Time or either 1 o'clock. I'll be interviewing a brother from New York who's been accused, I think, 5 times on some false allegations and being alienated from a baby mama terrorist who got a good business, work for a good company and everything else. A baby mama terrorist ain't always somebody with a link card. You got a baby mama terrorist who got degrees and certificates and all that shit and work career, high paying jobs. So we're gonna talk about that tomorrow and possibly Sunday as well on some of this. I know y'all been seeing the Young Buck video. I keep postponing it. We'll do that Sunday around 12 o'clock live. But I keep pushing it because I don't want to forget it and I don't want to go away because y'all need to watch that too. But shout out to y'all for staying in, tuning in for the whole 3 hours. Shout out to y'all for liking it because now got more likes than the views. So appreciate y'all. So y'all get y'all rest on, get y'all mind right, and just know you're not alone. We got you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Fuck child support and Shaniqua. Peace.